You're recording.
All right, we are recording. Okie dokie. All right, it is 7 o'clock. I'd like to call to order a regular meeting of the Brookfield Inland Wetlands Commission. My name is Sharon Fox. I act as chair of the commission. To my right, Mr. Bob Hudeman, who is the commission secretary. To my left, Mr. Tom Keller, who is the commission vice chairman. There are three of us, so we have a quorum, so all three of us will be voting members tonight. Also down to my far right is Ms. Laura Barkowski, who is the town's inland wetlands enforcement officer. So again, I just want to say a big thank you to Bob and Tom and whoever else was here 2 weeks ago when I was out of town and running the meeting. So a big thank you and a big thank you to Cassandra and also to you, Laura. So, all right, so we shall start with the officer's report and one of my favorite topics, which is the active sites stuff. We have the school. We are still, awaiting a simple email.
I sent another email as a reminder, but I do have some good news that some of the plantings have been started.
Okay.
So we are keeping an eye. I'm actually going back out again. I've been out several times
Okay.
now in the last couple weeks. So it looks like they're getting closer.
Okay, well, that's all we're looking for, is an email that said we created the wetlands per the plan, or no, we had to make some
Changes.
field changes, and this is what we did. And we are still holding off the final
Holding off the final.
CO for the town's project until we get that, and everybody's still in agreement on that?
I'm fine with that, yeah.
All right, 23 Grays Bridge Road. I was driving by that, and let's just take a quick look at that September 5th. Why do I have all this stuff? And why don't I have the oh, here we go. Here we go. All right, so that is, I have the 29th of August. Do I have the 5th? Does anybody have the 5th?
There should be two.
I see one.
Sure it's not
I've got the fifth
You
right here,
got the
third
fifth?
page, Tom.
Yeah. Is it the 5th?
Third page.
Oh, third page. I see pictures,
They're
pictures.
stapled together.
Oh, you know what? I just saw pictures. Okay, so landscape improvements are made. Detention basin has water depth about 6 inches. Shows no evidence. So, I mean, I can see the riprap is in on the east side of that detention basin. I can't see what's not done on the Still River side of that project.
I actually am going to go out there on September 23rd
Okay.
for a preliminary walkthrough.
Okay.
Before they do their final sign-offs.
Okay,
That will be my second time walking with the actual property owners. So
all right, so maybe on your list you can determine whether the site is, is stabilized enough. Because it looks like they got through that big rain.
Yeah, 15
Right.
inches, yeah.
yes, the river came up, but that's not on them.
Yeah, no, the river came up and the river's going to come up. It's not the first time, it's not the last time, and there will be many more in the future. So, vegetative growth is now appearing among the riprap. I wonder what that is. Hopefully it's not barberry or winged euonymus. Okay, that's great.
It didn't appear to be.
What's that?
It didn't appear to be.
Yeah, I
Where
didn't.
the grass is.
I drove by and go, oh, I didn't see anything. All right, 58 Old Grays Bridge Road. We're keeping this one on because this is a project that is also trying to get rid of some contaminated soil, and they don't owe, but when they get that done, they're going to do 4,000 or 5,000 square feet of wetlands recreation. So we're going to keep an eye on this. 468 Federal Road, Brookfield Reviews.
That is what we just discussed.
Ah, okay. So again, where we are on this one is, again, when we approved that, there were a set of stipulations. One of that includes a maintenance plan. The maintenance plan was supposed to be put on our land use records. The commission took a look at it 2 weeks ago. It conforms and meets all the stipulations. The only holdup is they're asking me to sign in a notary their agreement. And I will just tell you, I have never been asked to do that before, so Laura's just gonna run it by the town attorney. And if the town attorney says it's good, then I will put my signature on behalf of the commission. But the good news is the commission has agreed to it, so hopefully that work is set in motion with whomever their contractor is going to be. Okay, now, enforcement. First, 35 Merwin Brook Road, do you have any updates for us?
No updates, the citation still stands going forward.
Okay.
So I have the last communication that was received with 8/6, and that was the landscape report.
Okay, and this is one, unfortunately, we've got $100 a day fines.
Correct.
Okay. Anybody got anything they wanna, on 35 Merwin Brook? Okay, next, 11A Crossroads, someone here for that?
Yes.
Again, we'll get your name and address.
Michael Cruz for La Banda, 7 Garage Road.
Okay, before, Mr. Labonda, just give me a second, somebody just give me or maybe Tom, where did you guys leave this 2 weeks ago?
I actually
Anything?
went out there today.
You did?
Yes.
Okay, so you got an update for us?
I do. Actually, I'm very happy that I got an opportunity to walk the site, because without walking it, you can't tell. I know you were discussing the amount of garbage, but you can't really tell how bad it is until you really get out there.
Okay.
I can have a report for you, since I only was able to get out there today.
Verbal's fine,
So,
yeah.
there were some trees that were taken down in the upland review area.
Okay.
We had discussion with the property
I mean,
owner.
like 2 or 3 big ones, or a couple little ones, or?
There are a few big ones.
Okay,
But they were all in the upland review area. Nothing appears to be within the actual wetland itself, because there's the little water course that was of my main concern.
right,
A lot of the garbage is though close to that area, so I discussed with the property owner coming up with an application and a remediation plan
okay,
for going forward with this. I think that there was an understanding, and he's gonna be putting together that application.
oh, okay. Oh, that sound familiar?
Yes.
Got any, and what else do you have that's new for us?
Just that Jim McManus has been out to the property, which is a soil scientist.
Yep,
He has been out there. We're just waiting on him to provide his soil report and his proposal for plantings and the like.
okay,
I did reach out to Russ this afternoon, or this morning again, just to see if he had heard from Jim as to if we can get an ETA. He said he expects it shortly, but he hasn't heard back from Jim.
okay, but Jim's been out there?
Yes.
Okay, well then, he's a very busy guy, but he's always gotten things done. So, assuming you guys are all in agreement contractual wise, you'll get what you need.
Yes.
Okay, well, I appreciate you doing that,
Yep,
so.
and I apologize for my absence at the last hearings, as I was away on vacation.
Okay.
And I was a miscommunication between Russ and myself. I thought he was gonna be able to communicate with
Now you're saying
with the
Russ,
commission. Post-Howard.
okay, all right.
Sorry.
Okay, all right, again, that can happen, like I said, but like I said, what's important for us, because particularly now it's getting the middle of September, as much as we can, try and move this along. We know Russ, we know Jim, so we can get these plantings, or whatever the plan is, in place. And so again, just keep us informed. We got a lot of these, and it's so helpful to know we're moving along,
Absolutely.
okay? All right, well,
My name's Jim McManus.
Oh.
But I just wanted to, if I could just have a minute of your time, since you weren't here the last time. Yes, first of all, I'll hand you in, I can't remember if I handed in this last time. Where is it?
I have the map in the file.
Is it my sketch map?
I believe I have your sketch map, but I don't believe I remember a report.
No, there's no report.
Okay.
I just wanted to mention, you have,
Jim,
That
this is the GIS map, if this is helpful.
I think so.
here,
Maybe not.
I'll give it to you again. That's just the sketch map, but there's flags out there right now.
Okay,
I saw your flags.
You did see them?
Yep.
So
Okay.
part of our discussion last time was, though they clear cutted some stuff in the upland review area and started to remove a lot of debris.
yep,
They have, if you go from where they stopped vegetative removal to my wetland flags, there's a 24 foot to between 15 and 24 foot untouched zone still. So
Well,
one
that
of
is
our
good news.
discussions was, do we even need any mitigation? So my proposal was to, I just kind of wrote it down, I didn't make it official, we were just
Yep,
chatting out loud last
Yep.
time.
yep,
Was, first thing that we do would be to, what did I do? Well, it was to continue with the removal of the debris.
okay.
The second was to, hang on a second, I gotta get that back up.
Take your time, Jim. I can never find anything when I'm looking for it.
I had it and then I must have moved. Hang on, I got it, I'll find it. There it is. The second was to stabilize any exposed soils, which they're stable today, but they
Okay.
may not be if they continue to move, because they're gonna have to use a machine to remove some of this stuff. It's not, it
Okay.
can't be done by hand.
All right,
And then finally, plants if necessary.
Okay.
That was kind of what we discussed at the last meeting 2 weeks ago.
okay,
So there's no report because I don't want to drag this on, but I also wanted to see where we're going. What do you need? I'm gonna put a little soils report together, like you're gonna see from
Yep.
another job that we're
Yep.
gonna talk
Yep,
about
yep.
tonight,
yep,
and just say that I did it and when I
Yep.
did it, and how
We
many
know-
flags I put up.
right,
But that might be it, other than to continue to leave what hasn't been touched alone and continue what he was gonna plan to do anyways on the rest of the property.
well, let me see, because if I understand what you are asking for, and again, you guys chime in, if, again, what you're telling us is stuff we did not know, right? We had a big map here that showed.
Oh, you had no idea?
We had absolutely no idea, so
I
now.
didn't either until I went there.
Right, so now you're saying, we know where the wetlands are. That takes us very far down the road, okay?
Yeah, Laura saw that. You saw that there,
I saw
you know,
the
there's,
flag.
there's a
It's-
couple,
yeah.
you know, there's some distance. Not every flag, but there's good distance.
If, again, I'll speak for myself and then Bob Tom can weigh in. If we know where the wetlands flags are, again, we're trying to be consistent here in everything that we do. If there hasn't been any activity in the 30-ish, plus or minus-ish buffer between, where, in the Upland Review area,
Yeah. Well, let
if they
me,
haven't done a lot there, if they've taken down one tree, that's probably one, they don't have to maybe replace that one. If they've taken down 2 or 3, replace them in that little buffer, that 30-foot buffer.
yeah, I don't know the answer to that.
Oh, but
question.
I'm just saying, trying to give you some advice, right?
Yeah.
Help them out. If it's in that 30, 35-foot buffer, let's try and replace that. If it's 35 to 75 feet and they've taken them down, as long as we can make sure, that they probably don't have to replace those. You know, if they've taken them down in that 35 to 75
Yeah.
foot, I don't think it's necessary. If they can get on the application what it takes to get this stuff, whatever the stuff is in the wetlands out and how they're gonna do it,
It's
you know,
everything you could dream of out
yeah.
there.
yeah, and you can help them, you know, figure out how to do that. You know, I don't know if they need, you know, we are not interested in big conveyors and filling it with
No,
gravel.
so it's
and-
not like that. It's similar to the other properties on that road
Okay,
that are left to wither away and then people come in and try to revive them.
okay,
That's exactly what's going on here.
okay,
Laura, correct me if I'm wrong. If you look at my wetland boundary, it falls along Phil,
okay.
and it's all debris. It's just garbage.
Well, I mean,
So,
garbage,
what
you
we're
mean like
talking-
washing machines and tires?
No, it's just
Like shingles,
brush and
glass,
sticks
construction
and
stuff.
old
Construction.
sheds and
Oh,
And
great.
stones and bricks.
bricks.
And the boundary falls, no, so it was filled decades and decades and decades ago.
Okay,
So part of me is like, we don't, I mean, there's no impact to the wetland from what they did, because there's still plenty of tree cover. We have it, you know, depending on where you are and along the line, you got 24 feet of an unvegetated boundary, if you will,
okay,
to your wetland boundary, and then it goes into the wooded swamp. And so one of the questions to me last time was, well, can we take out all the debris? I'm like, oh, then we're into it.
okay,
That's a big job. I don't know if they want to take that job.
Okay.
That would be expensive, and that would be tree removal, it would be working in wetlands, it would be a lot of things. So I don't know if we want to go there. So I think a site visit is necessary
well, we've
to
got.
get a
Laura.
real
Look,
feel for it. I mean,
So when I spoke with the property owner today, he made it sound like he wanted to remove all the debris. And that was a plan, so.
Not,
That's the other
that
thing.
hasn't
Yeah,
been
I can't-
cut yet, or where the vegetation's still high. That was, no, I don't think so.
No,
No.
that's
That-
not the case.
Just continue with what is now, because he wants to turn it into a lawn and kick balls around and all that jazz.
Because, if I was, with all that glass and everything.
Well, that's why they
that's
want
there-
to remove it.
Okay, so.
Well, let's see what they want to do, right? I mean,
Yeah, so I
I,
asked him to write out a plan of
Right.
what he wanted to do, a step-by-step plan, so I
You know,
could review it.
CCA has got to do some of that for me.
okay, all right.
I know he's also discussing grading within the wetlands,
He,
which would definitely
in
be
the
hurt.
upland review area.
Yeah, I'm sorry, yes,
Upland
within
review
the
area. No
upland review
wetlands
areas,
attached
within the
to it.
regulated
Okay.
area,
Yeah.
but.
To
which
grade
is-
it, yeah, remove debris, grade
Grade.
it, seed it, lawn it, kick balls.
That can happen. We can, you know, again, if we, a lot of places within the upland review area, you can
Have a-
grade and seed and put grass in and
Yeah.
have children play.
But I just want to stress that it's not like he removed vegetation and debris to the boundary of wetlands.
Well, again, this
That
is the
didn't happen.
first we know that
Oh, yeah.
with certainty. We didn't know that with certainty until you
Well,
did your work.
last time I mentioned it, but now that town staff and you folks will see it, you'll know now
Okay,
what exactly we were dealing with and what we're dealing with.
okay. All right, well, that is a great relief that a lot of big trees were not taken down right on the border of the wetland. That's a
No,
great
they're still
relief.
there.
Didn't know that till tonight, so that's good. So again, something, if they wanna just leave what's in the 35-ish, 30-ish, feet of what's on the wetland buffer, right?
Yeah.
Because those are not bright lines, right?
No?
That's fine, they wanna grade in the upland review area, put some grass in, that's fine, they can do that in a way that doesn't impede, the wetlands, that can be done. If they wanna look at taking out the construction debris in the wetlands, we're open to that. Okay, it's a matter of how it gets done, as Jim is saying, there can be some right?
I don't think they're interested in that.
I
I
think
think they're
it's too
just
big of a job.
too big of a job, and I think
And
they've
impacts
done
more.
what they want, and they're not looking for impact.
That's fine, it's your choice. I'm saying if you want to, we're open to getting crap out of there. So, but it's your property and you can make your proposal, okay? Does that sound
That
right?
sounds fair.
Sound good?
Sounds good.
Sound reasonable?
Yep,
Okey doke.
Thank you.
What
Thank
else
you.
can we do for you?
that's it for me now.
All right, Jim, thanks for jumping in on their behalf. Okay, so that's 11 Crossroad. Then I got 499 Federal Road. Looks like we got
We're
plantings.
do a continuation of.
No, on just these things, we don't have to do
Okay,
a
okay.
continuation. 499 Federal Road, that's just putting the plantings in and.
Yeah,
that's
just a reminder, so it has to be on by the 15th.
Okay, is anybody here for 499 Federal? Okay, 2A Crossroad. Let's see, someone here for that? Yes. All right, again, let's see, let's get a chair around here, you don't have to. Two, that's 3 Crossroad, 3 Crossroad. 2A?
Yes.
Okay, 11. Oh, here we go, 2A. Okay, sir, name and address for Laura, please.
Fabio Figueredo, 2A Crossroad.
Okay, we'll give you a chance to talk. Did somebody kind of refresh my memory? Anything happened with this 2 weeks ago?
I wasn't here 2 weeks ago
Okay.
because I wasn't prepared to
Okay.
come in. So then I got the permit filled out, sent it in, brought the estimate for the trees.
All right, so let's take a look at your,
We discussed before the meeting too, we kind of went through the application together. I had reviewed his application, so the one in the file is a little bit different than the one in your packet because I made the adjustments to them
okay,
and discussed it with the property owner. He signed off on them, he initialed the changes in the actual application.
okay, so this is the violation report. report, so.
So there is a separate.
Yeah, okay. All right, thank you for bringing that to my attention. You guys wanna just pop over and take a look at this application? We can jump the agenda a little bit while he's here. You guys all right with that? New business. 2A Cross Road. Okay, so, probably should go back and get the Jim McNair's file here. So 2A Cross Road, planting restoration plan for non-permitted vegetation removal activity within the upland review area. Total acreage 1.8, disturbed wetland area is 0.
Wetland is 0.
Well,
It's all
wetland.
in the upland review.
Okay, good. Now we know that. That's great. All right, so that is 0. And here's Jim's plan. Restoration mitigation plan. Any exposed soil will be seeded and have straw mulch applied once planting is complete. The affected area will be prepared for planting in the proposed trees and shrubs in accordance with Table 1. Trees will be planted 10 foot on center. All proposed shrubs will be planted at 6 foot on center. Okay, so we have can you help us out, sir, with the map?
Okay.
We've got a map here. It looks like there's some red circles in there.
Well, that's where he put the
Okay.
the types of trees and where they should be planted.
Do we have a map that shows where his flags are?
They're offside.
They're off-site? So just to make note, Jim said, so the wetlands are off-site.
They're flags in the field, but they're offsite.
Okay. So you had no way to put flags on there, right? You had no way to do that. All right, well, the good news is, we now have confirmed that there are no. Let me look back at this application one more time. So the total wetlands on that property is 0.
That's good.
That's good, we now know that. That's great. Well, kind of great, kind of not so great. Having wetlands is fun.
Not that great.
Yeah, it's
Doesn't
fun.
feel
I've got them
like
on my property and they're fun to have. Okay, so they're off the property. He doesn't have wetlands. Jim's got a planting plan here. Looks like one red maple, quantity two.
There's two
There's
red
2 of them, right?
maples,
So
yeah.
quantity QTY is 2. Spice bush, one of my favorites. 1, 2, 3. That sound familiar? 1.
The estimate from Cosmos should have all quantified there. See.
Should be the paper stamped into today's date. It might be the last piece of paper on the file.
Well, because I need to get this on the plan.
Fold the piece of paper right here.
What, this thing?
Yeah.
It's not that thing.
So maybe behind it.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, wait.
Okay, so 2 red maples,
6 by bush.
6 spice bushes, and,
That's what it says on
yep,
there.
and 9
Nine
silky,
dogwoods.
and 9 silky dogwoods.
No.
Well, that's what this says.
Because what we have here, if you count,
That's
it's,
why,
he-
that's why it's, you want,
Yeah,
I was
that's wrong,
counting
yeah.
and now you wanted me to go here, so
yeah,
I can go
no,
back
I
here.
didn't actually reveal this, but right here. So there's 2 red maples.
Okay,
There's 3 of the orange circles. Those are spice bush.
so not 6, so
and
you
then
got,
2 silky dogwood. I just printed and ran over here, so
Okay.
he's got to fix that. So
okay, well, again, I'm just doing what
yeah,
you
I know.
what you suggested I do. All right, so we've got 2 red maples, 350 spice bushes, 3 there, it's $150, so 500. 2 silky dogwoods. That's a great price for those. 100-ish, so there's a $500. Normally, we would set a bond in that amount. Like $500 bond for their, right? Is that me?
No.
Okay. So we would, you're good with that, right? Set a bond?
I would be fine with that.
Okay.
How many do you want them to report back on success rate?
Well, but we're gonna get to that,
Okay.
because it's a new application.
application,
It's a
we
new
can't act-
application, so
okay.
we can't decide today. This obviously is wonderful progress, and we really appreciate you, getting this together and helping us understand where the wetlands are, or in your case, are not, on your property. I am not seeing any reason that we wouldn't approve this 2 weeks from today when the state allows us to approve it. That the state asks us to wait 2 weeks. I think we're going
I gotta
to.
come back in 2 weeks.
I don't think you're going to have to if you listen. If what I'm saying makes sense to you, I think it probably will be approved in that meeting.
I agree.
We're going to set a bond for $500. You're going to have to send. We're going to set what we call a maintenance plan, which is once a year in October. You're going to shoot the land use office an email and let us know how these,
Plants are going.
whatever, these 6 individuals.
That's the neighbor. Yeah.
Yeah, well, 5. 4, 7.
Give
These
them
7
7,
little plants are doing. As long as 6 of them are still alive, 25, 26, 27, in the year 2027, you'll get your $500 back.
Okay.
Okay?
Sounds good.
All right?
Good.
Did I miss anything?
No, that sounds about right.
Thank you guys.
All right, so again, you're welcome to come. We're better than anything on TV, which is what I tell everybody.
All right. Thank you guys.
But, and then you'll get a letter with all that.
All right.
Great, thank you.
Bye-bye.
Okay, next, 84 Laurel Hill Road. Okay. All right, let me get the
I
file.
don't even know if you're gonna officially have a file for this application. This came in. Yes, we've been having computer difficulties.
Okay.
I think I finally got it today.
Yeah,
So
send it on
it's here.
Friday, yeah.
I don't even know if a file has officially been opened. I saw it in the system before I got,
Yeah,
Oh.
Amy was saying that it won't show
that
up.
she wouldn't
yeah.
have a, okay,
Yeah,
then so.
Oh, okay.
it will appear for the 23rd.
Okay. We don't have it.
Sorry about that, but it did come through there this afternoon.
Okay,
So.
all right. Well, I know you've been wanting to get going on this, so great progress on getting the application in. I mean, as I mentioned to you, it's a multi-step
Yeah,
process, right? We're gonna be here in 2 weeks. If there's anything you wanna tell us in advance, we'll listen, because otherwise we'll just wait for 2 weeks.
Right. I mean, the only note is that she was saying she is looking for the soil
Report.
soil report,
Okay,
which I thought you guys have it, right?
That's me. I haven't got it done yet.
okay, so Jim's working on it, so
Oh.
you'll get it. I
Okay.
have all the confidence in the world. As long as you guys are in agreement contractually wise, Jim will get to it. So,
We'll be there the next week.
okay.
Okay. So all right. Yeah. For some reason, yeah. And then the construction sequence.
Yep,
And
I think that's a planting plan, right?
yeah,
That's
and
all it is,
I sent a picture
Okay.
with that, but she did mention even that I posted on the required, because there is a section that is requires,
Okay,
and then there is says construction sequence, and I posted a picture like locating where the trees should be.
okay.
So I think she will probably review that. And,
I haven't even gotten
Okay.
an opportunity to review all of
oh,
them.
okay. So
Okay,
Yet, so, cause it came in today.
all right. So
All right.
we'll see in 2 weeks.
We'll see you in 2 weeks. And again, thank you for, again, it is a multi-step process. So we
Yeah.
really appreciate it. I know you want to get going and good things are going to happen. So,
Awesome.
okay,
All right.
doke.
All right.
All right,
thank you.
see you in 2
Good
weeks.
night.
Thank you. Yeah, thanks.
Okay, another crossroad, 3 crossroad. Someone here for that?
Yes.
Yep, I'm here.
All right. Get the file. We'll get your name over to Laura so she can record it. Please.
You want my name?
You can say it for the record.
Paul Scalzo. Okay.
So we have an application on the 9th. Gosh, that seems like last month. Where did we read this? Let's take a look at this application again here. I'm simply drawing a blank. Laura, can you help me with this one?
Sure.
Please, I'm drawing a blank.
This is the property in which there is actually, do you have the map? You have the map right in front of you. Do you want to explain what you saw?
Oh, here we go. Yeah, let's take a look. Oh, yeah. July 3rd. All right, so we got a map. We have wetland flags. We have paved driveway and gravel. I don't see. I'm looking for the application too.
Is that just the violation folder, or is that the application folder?
That's the violation folder. Okay. Is it on the agenda? Oh, yeah, it's on the agenda as old business. So should we just wait, Laura? Should we just wait and do this in old business?
That is up to you.
Yeah, it's
Okay. All right, why don't you just give us a few minutes? Again, I wasn't here 2 weeks ago, so I'm a little
Catching up.
rusty. So we're gonna hold off on 3 Crossroads till we're gonna get to it later in our agenda. 55 High Ridge Road. Is that on the agenda? I should look over there. 55, I don't see 55. Okay, so we're just gonna wait. So now I need 55 High Ridge. Violations, 55 High Ridge.
You can find it faster than I can.
Okay.
Just
2A, 55 High Ridge. Yeah. Oh, yeah, sometimes they hide on you.
We do.
Okay, yeah, you can sit or stand or whatever you would like. Give us a second while Laura returns to her notepad, because she's gonna get your name and address.
Mildred Padilla, 55 High Ridge Road, Brookfield.
Can you spell your last name, please?
Padilla.
Do you want the Quizeta to go with it?
No,
Okay.
I don't use it actually.
Okay.
I read
Okay,
that.
All right. We're gonna give you a chance to talk, but this looks pretty recent. Laura, maybe give us your,
So this is based off of a complaint, just driving by the property without even entering the property. You can see there's a very large hole in
okay,
the front yard that is within the upland review area based
Okay.
off of our plans. It looks like possibly a pool excavation, but
oh, okay, well, that can be exciting. All right, so we have a picture of your home. We have a GIS map. We have one, sometimes we have two, let's just check. Okay, so we have a GIS map that is showing on, have you seen this one? This is what kind of
Little
is
forward so I can
interesting
see.
to us. Here's High Ridge, here's,
Yeah,
Is that
so that would
Britton?
be Britton Hill.
Britton
That's the
Hill.
entrance. Yes.
okay, so here's what we know.
Go ahead.
We know that the town or the state has flown over most of Connecticut and identified from the air what they believe are wetlands. These maps are directionally correct, but they are not,
Yeah,
exact to the
accurate 100%.
foot.
Yes.
So it looks, do you know where the hole is, Laura, or can you tell us
It's
where
like
this hole?
around here.
There's a hole here-ish?
Like it would be the deck, and it would be right there by the deck.
So about there's the hole. So what's the scale on this? So this is 50 feet. So again, I don't have a map, but if I just use my finger here,
Calibrated
this
finger.
looks like it's more than 50 feet from the wetlands and or
Oh, it
the
is.
purple area.
I don't believe so.
Okay,
You can come and check. It is.
yeah, we have a,
Because it's
we got a
like
picture.
past the house, and the house is like closer to the wetlands. So it's not even measuring with the house. It's like more on this side.
Well, here's the swing. Is this the hole, Laura? Sorry.
I'll come your way.
Yeah, here, and you're welcome to look at the picture with us as well. Is this the hole?
Yeah.
That is the hole. It continues all the way through here though. And there's-
So it goes up to a little bit more, less here than the deck.
Okay, so this is the little bump out on the house. And this is what I was looking at. There's the little bump out in the house, and the hole is
The
here?
hole is there, but it actually, there's excavation back here.
Ah!
No, we did not touch that. You can come and check it out.
Okay, because
Yeah,
I
we
can
did
only
not,
see from the road,
No,
and all I
we
can
did
see
not
is.
pass anything like behind this line. It was like a little bit broad, like around here, and we made sure it did not pass. You know, the deck. So it's the house is like after the hole. You know what I mean? It will not pass.
If I could
this.
go on the property, it would be much
can-
easier. So
Yeah, you can
because
come check
from
it.
driving by, it definitely looks like a lot
No.
more disturbance than there actually is.
Okay.
Because there's mounds of dirt.
All right, well,
Okay, yeah.
it is hard to see things from the road. So.
I thought you okay. Yeah,
Yeah.
you had a better idea, but it's. I assure you, it does not pass
Okay.
on the deck.
Well, again, this,
Yeah.
So we'd be measuring what, 75 from here, 75 from here. You're saying it doesn't pass?
oh, I'm just saying, this is 50, I kinda went that way.
Mm-hmm.
So, I don't know, it's,
I don't think this scale is accurate because this looks reduced to me.
okay, well, I don't know any
Yeah,
more than
I
that.
don't. Yeah, no, that's fine. I'm looking at this now though, because that does look reduced to me, so I will
Okay.
double check it.
All right,
But I would like to schedule a site visit.
Yeah, that's fine.
okay.
So.
Is it okay, can she just come by, or, you know, at a time that's convenient for her?
I would
or-
like to know when because I work and sometimes my daughter takes care of my kids and I
Okay.
don't like having anybody around. It just gets me a little
Oh, I can
uncomfortable.
understand that.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I can give you my card and you want to give me a call and I'll be happy.
Sounds
to
good.
schedule.
Yeah, I stay home sometimes so we can schedule something or like in the afternoon stuff.
Yeah.
Fine with me.
That's me.
Okay.
Okay, yeah, so,
just one quick question.
Yeah.
Dawn. So because I don't know, this is the first time here actually,
Oh,
so I
great.
just have to ask.
yeah, great, great, great.
Okay, so what happens is if the hole is right there, which I'm like 100% sure.
The state of Connecticut has as a law, has a requirement that any activity, planting a tree, digging a hole, putting in grass, building a building, putting in a deck, anything that happens in a wetland requires a permit, but also anything that happens within 75 feet of a wetland, 100 feet from
I
a
have
water
to,
course needs a permit.
Yeah, I have to tell you something because I came to the city hall because I wanted to do a pool and they told me to stay within 25 feet of the wetland. So now that you're saying 75, but
75. I
that's
don't know
not
who you
the-
spoke with.
I'm not sure who you spoke with.
Are you sure it's not 25 feet from something like a well? Because that sounds more like a.
Well, I'm
Septic
sorry if there were,
system?
I'm sorry if there was any confusion. The
but
law,
like
the
I
law
said,
is
we didn't go
75 feet.
past there, so it is far.
Yeah,
But just so you know, my question because we were filing for a pool and that's what it said.
There's
but-
no permit for this activity whatsoever. So
No,
regardless on
we
if
were
it's going
just
to be
filing, that's
wetlands or
why I-
zoning,
yeah.
there definitely needs to be some kind of permit activity with the plan locating it on a site. This got flagged because there was activity with no permit pulled. So for us to just kind of eyeball, instantly it's a violation. Whether it's going to wind up lasting as a zoning violation or a wetlands violation. We're wearing our wetlands hat today. You got both.
Yeah, no, I explained to Sony that it actually was supposed to be an above ground pool. The hole went a little deeper, so I cannot afford as bigger as this. They made it, so I said, I have to wait until next year or so to do something because it's not as big as I expected. I said
Okay.
the guy did not make it. He went a little bigger than I thought, and it was supposed to be an above ground pool for the kids, nothing bigger or something like that. I did come to the city hall and talk to zoning and everything, and the guy said, I said, maybe next year I can work on the permit. I said, but not now. I don't think I can afford,
okay. For what it's worth, I've been doing either zoning or wetlands since 1997. I have never run across a contractor, ever,
Yeah.
that was not aware of the requirements for zoning and wetlands permits.
Yeah, the issues that we were doing.
I have
like,
never, there may be
something
somebody out
family,
there,
not,
but
I
I've
was
never
doing
run
it- we were
across
doing it as a
anybody.
family
Sometimes
project.
they don't tell you, but
Yeah,
they
we didn't
know.
have a contractor though. We were
Okay.
not doing something big, so it was, and I checked and they told me as a house owner I could do, I did have
Okay,
certain projects. So then I said, okay, I was staying within my limits.
okay.
The issue was when the guy went to dig in, he didn't know either because he was not pool.
Anybody that digs, any licensed contractor that wanders around with an excavator, he or she, I've never run across anyone that didn't know.
Maybe he did, and he didn't tell me, to be honest. And I didn't
That
ask
can
either,
happen.
you know.
So that's why I'm
Probably he did what I asked. And he,
Yeah, ha, ha, ha. Well, this is how you could have a good conversation
Yes.
with him too.
Probably he did what I asked and he didn't say anything. But then I said, like I told you, I stay like within, like past the deck. It's not like I passed the deck either because I understand, I imagine, like I did not know about 75 feet. Now I do.
Yeah,
But I imagine, you have to stay within. And like I told you, maybe I misunderstood the 25 feet too,
that can
which
happen. Yeah.
that's what I thought too.
Yeah, and we're gonna have to be, I said, these maps, we're gonna have to be a little bit generous, because these maps are not exactly accurate. They are directionally correct. These wetlands could be a little to the left, or they could be a little to the right. So, I mean, they are,
It is
we're,
possible.
we're, yeah, they're kind of
Yeah,
directionally right.
I don't have an exact measure either, so I cannot.
Well, all the
you know.
more reason to get Laura out.
Yeah.
She's not a soil scientist, so she cannot identify where the wetlands boundaries are. She can just use the map for now, and then we'll be using some judgment, okay?
Okay, that's
All
fine
right.
then. So I just give you a call then.
Give me a call.
Yeah,
Okay, thank you.
all right, take care. Alrighty, okay, so that is it on enforcement. I didn't miss anyone, right? Okay, public hearings, we have it on the agenda. The public hearing will be on the 23rd. As long as it's here, did we get agents for this?
So there are two estimates that should be in your packet.
Okay, did you pick one, right?
That's what I literally got them one today.
Okay, so you're gonna pick them.
You just want me to?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. So that's good. So hopefully they will get chosen and we will have their input. Maybe not, hopefully in 2 weeks. If not in 2 weeks, hopefully shortly thereafter.
Shortly thereafter.
Okay, good. So we got stuff. Okay, old business. Okay, one High Ridge Road. Someone here for One High Ridge? Let me go
Yes.
get that. Okay, great. You get your name and address over to Laura, please. I'll get the file.
Sandra De La Vega?
Yes.
Gotcha.
Okay.
Okay, I still need more time.
Okay.
All
right.
I had interviewed a couple of engineers to give me a proposal regarding to whether do the roof or upgrade the existing 12 inches pipes. So I'm waiting for their proposal. So
Okay.
I need to postpone this meeting.
Okay, all right, that's fine. We have the state, to help property owners, the state gives us a certain amount of time, to make a decision. It's 65 days. In your case, that would take it out to the 16th of October. And the reality is that for some reason something happened and we didn't make a decision by this October 16th, which, and again, I've been doing this since 97. We've not missed a day. You have the right to take it to the state. Okay?
Okay.
Or what will more than likely happen is if for some reason you're still waiting on data, for example, you can give us an extension.
Right.
Okay.
Okay? Does that make sense?
Yeah, so for this type of work that I need, I really need to have an engineer? Because I want to know what options I have.
Okay, well, I am looking at your permit. Okay? And when I read it, there's a little section here called Purpose and Description of Proposed Activities. It's blank. There's nothing written here. So I don't know what you're doing except for replacement of a drainage system. So do we have a map or anything here, or?
She was considering
Yeah.
taking out the piping and
Because I
bring it
have,
back to Brooke.
Oh, okay, thank you,
yes,
Tom.
I have existing, this is the house.
Okay, all right, so we have this, right? This is what you guys talked about?
Yes.
Okay, sorry, I was away last
Yes.
week, so you were in good hands with Tom here.
off the microphone, thank you.
What?
Oh, sorry.
That's, just so you know, that's never happened
So
before.
tiny. Okay. So here's the house. Let me see.
So what's the
Here's a
problem
picture.
here? It's just, it's all
Just
junked up, or?
the pipes are not sufficient for the amount of water that we have. There is like 3-4 catching bases that they are about 12 inches, and it's not sufficient. It's the water is coming up, so I wanna upgrade to 36 inches. And in the other side of the house, I wanna make, there is an existing swell, I wanna make it wider, deeper and wider. So this is the map here.
Okay, well, at some point, we're gonna have to come up with one map. Because eventually the commission will sign something, so we need one map, and I don't know if it's this or if it's this. But to answer your question first about pipe sizing, where's the discharge to this? Does it go into the street?
Yes. So
It
this is,
discharges into a storm drain?
so
on the street?
it's,
There's a pipe under the street, I believe.
yes, so there is, it's from here, this is the one that goes to the street, all the way to High Ridge.
And then what
And
happens
goes
to it?
under the road, there's like a 36-inch pipe here, goes under and follows through the neighbors and the rest of the other neighbors.
So, let me, hold on, so there's a 36-inch culvert under
Yes.
High Ridge Road, and you
Yes.
have a smaller culvert that feeds into it?
Yes, so I have, so it's, this one is 18 inches, goes
Okay.
like this. I want to upgrade to 36, up from here to here, to
Okay.
go to this 36.
Okay, so you're looking at upgrading the pipe because I
Yes,
believe 2
this
weeks ago you
one-
were talking
yeah.
about possibly restoring
Yeah,
the
this
brook.
is 18.
And this
And
is the
this is
wetland,
12,
right? The
yeah.
wetland, so it's 100, so it's in the, you'd have to you're planning to excavate to
Yes.
replace the pipe, and that's within the 100-foot upland review area. Right?
There's a stream, like an intermittent stream.
Yeah, I see that.
Yeah,
Okay.
here in the back.
All right,
Yeah,
well,
here's the stream that I would like to also make it deeper because hasn't been prior owner, he hasn't done anything, so I need to make it deeper and wider. And here's some wetlands area, which is not to probably maybe 75 feet or something like that. It's not too big area of the wetlands from here to here.
yeah, I'm trying to get myself oriented, so this, bear with me, this looks like
Yeah, like that.
this, so the
Yes.
little brook is over here? Is that right? Am I
Yeah, it
getting this
says
right?
here, the brook here.
But
Well, that's
this
funny.
is in the 36-inch pipe, correct?
No,
Or
it's not.
in the 18-inch pipe?
No,
Okay.
not
This
in
is really
here,
weird.
but here's,
Am
yeah,
I looking
here's-
at this right? Here's the pool, here's the
Yeah.
house, this has got the
But-
brook here, and she's got the brook over here.
So here's the catching bases here.
So I'm a little perplexed. Am I looking at this right? This is showing the brook is on Beech Tree, is on the Beech Tree side, and you're saying Merwin Brook is over here?
Yeah.
But
So
that's not
I
over here.
don't know.
There is a brook over here, I know that. There's a lot of
Okay,
wetlands
so
over there.
probably, I don't know what the prior owner did, but, so
I didn't
this
think-
is what I'm aware.
I didn't think that Merwin Brook was so close to. Okay, well, to answer your first question, I remember this now. This is all coming. How long have you owned this property? How long have you had this property?
About 3 years.
Okey doke.
Yeah.
All right. This property has a very long history. Well before you. And I remember this.
This is Powers property? Is this Power's property?
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
Okay, I know.
Yeah,
where it
he
is.
was.
Yeah,
one- yeah.
and there was all this work here was done, all this work with the pool and the stone stuff was all done without a permit. There's a neighbor over here and this pipe
Yeah.
was, because this is all wet in here. This guy did some work here and
Yeah, he
the
blocked the
neighbor,
flow.
Yeah, or the neighbor
the
complained.
neighbor
I remember that.
complained about
Yeah,
it. They went to
yes.
court. They got a, this is not germane to your situation, but just
Yeah.
refreshing my memory here,
Mhm.
to come in onto this guy's property and deal with this pipe because it was flooding his septic system. So the simple answer to your question is, as it relates to the size of the pipe,
Cause
we don't care. I don't think we
Right, no,
care
no.
whether it's 9 inches, 24 inches, or 75 feet deep. We don't care. What we do care about is how you're going to dig the trench, the kinds of equipment. Well, we're going to be interested in the sedimentation and erosion control. And then also, you're talking about a swale over here. You're gonna have to describe that somehow on a plan like this. What are
Okay.
you planning to do? How deep is it? How big is it? How are you going to dig it? Whatever. So that's what we need,
okay.
okay? Does that help?
Yes.
Okay. Because if this pipe isn't sized correctly, you could end up in the same situation that the previous
Yeah.
owner did with the neighbors that
Yeah.
are
All right. You don't
to
want that.
the,
So yeah, and I
whatever it
wanna
is, the east
prevent
south.
another flooding because I got flooded last time, and it's just very insane how it comes, how the water.
Oh, yeah,
comes.
no,
Yeah.
the major problem with your home is, I'm sorry to tell you, is it was put in under wetlands and filled and it's all
Yeah.
messed up.
So the water comes like that, and
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
that side.
Yep.
So I thought you were going to expose the stream last time.
That was my impression too.
So now we're talking about changing the pipe size.
Yeah, one side we wanted to do the pipes, and the other side just to do the kind of keep it the swell in this side.
You might be better off forgetting about the pipe and just making a swale for all of this to get under High Ridge Road. Because you may be subject to a lot of the problems, we haven't seen 5-inch rains around
Yeah.
here in a long time. And
Yeah.
it might be very difficult for you or your engineer,
yeah,
should you
yeah.
decide to get that pipe sized correctly. You might just be better taking that pipe out and getting, just keep leaving it open.
Yeah.
You might be better off.
Because one of the interviews with the engineer, he had mentioned that both can be done. One side to make it bigger, this well, and deeper, and the other side will alleviate with the pipes because the existing pipes are undersized.
Okay. Well, again, I'll give you that. You might want to just forget pipes. Get it open.
Get it open.
Get it
Okay.
open, and you can make it you can make it wide enough and deep enough. You can put some plants in there. Could be really pretty, right? Wide enough and deep enough that you can even maintain it or mow it or something like that. Your engineer will give you the right answer from a wetland
Yeah.
standpoint. I don't care.
Yeah.
Right.
I don't
Okay.
care. This is just a personal opinion.
Yeah.
You might just be better off with it open.
Okay.
That may mean building a little bit of a head wall here, which you might have to coordinate with the town. Because the town owns what's underneath there, and I don't know how far their easement comes
Oh, okay.
on the town, but you can work with the,
Yeah, but your engineer would know
Okay,
that.
so
Yeah.
that would be
your
okay.
engineer will know
Yeah.
that, and the land use office can help get you in
Yeah.
touch with Public Works, because
Okay,
they're
so
gonna
that
be,
corner.
yeah, they're gonna be interested in how, whatever you do, they're going to be very interested in that.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Be extremely interested, because they're all trying to fix the problems from that 5-inch storm
Oh,
all
yeah.
over Brookfield. It's
Yeah.
dozens of problems.
Yeah, it's so horrible.
Yeah,
Even the chief, the fire chief, had same issue that I had the last storm. I had so much water.
yeah,
40-inch in the entire house.
right. So that's, again, you can do whatever you want. Pipe, open drainage.
Yeah.
Probably be a little bit,
Yeah.
my humble opinion, I would try and keep it open.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. All right, so
So
you can
you wanna
continue
plan-
to ponder
yeah.
that. You can continue to ponder that. I don't remember, because I know that, and I don't know, you know, but I know that, I don't know how that actually ended up with this property owner coming onto this property. I don't know what they did.
I don't remember either.
This is like 8 years
I know
ago.
that there has been, I was discussing this a little bit with the zoning enforcement officer and I went out together to look at this property.
Yeah, it's very challenging with
Yes.
this pipe. There is, there might even be more, let's look at a GIS map. There might even be more wetlands here to the side of this brook. So let's get her this information, because that may even change what this is going on here, okay?
Yep, absolutely.
We're gonna get you
Okay.
a map. You can, it's online too, if you go onto the town website.
Which map? Because I got a copy.
The one with the
And-
purple shading?
The one with the purple shading?
I got a copy from you guys. This, I don't know if, no, this is not it. Let's see. Maybe this one.
No, it's not that.
No?
Nope. Well, oh, that's a folder.
Okay, let's see. Try to keep it organized. So I find when I need it. Let's see.
No, that's an engineering
No.
map. But what's on that?
Okay. So I think he had to apply to do something like this as well.
I don't see wetlands flags. I don't see any wetlands flags here. Okay. This is the brook. This is a good map for you to have. This doesn't tell us where the wetlands, it doesn't show particularly where the water course is, and I don't see wetlands flags.
Control structure.
I'm not gonna go through the
No,
details.
that's fine.
This was a mess. It's a very challenging property.
Yeah, it is.
It's very, very challenging property from a water management
Yeah.
standpoint. Yep.
The 18-inch.
Yeah, I remember this, because it drains in through here, and this is where the Geffellow septic was, and it was backing up the septic.
Yeah.
And you said you couldn't, whatever. Okay, good map, not helpful to us, okay?
Nice
So
try.
you gotta look for a map that
Yeah.
has some little purple markings on it, or like I said, you can
And you
find,
guys have a copy of that?
it's online. You can call the land use office tomorrow, they can probably help you navigate to it, and then you can print it off at home.
Okay.
Okay, so we'll want that, the GIS map, we'll want to see, you'll have to decide and get back to us on what you are
What? Okay,
Finally
what way to go? Okay.
deciding to do. Again, I'll just leave, I don't know if it's worth it, I don't know, because it wasn't anything we were involved with. There was some lawsuit where the adjoining property owner came onto that property
Yes.
and did something. So I don't know what
Yeah,
that's.
he built a cement wall, and so he was causing for the neighbor to get
So you might just
flooded.
want to
Yeah.
know what that is, because you
Yeah.
don't want to screw
No, that
around
has
with
been
that.
removed.
What's that?
That cement wall has been removed.
All right, you know.
That has been addressed
Okay.
long ago.
Me just trying to be
Yeah.
helpful. Okay, so you are gonna let us know, so I'm gonna entertain a motion, let's continue 1 High Ridge Road to our next regularly scheduled meeting,
I second that.
okay?
And
Any
when would that
discussion?
be?
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye, it's the 23rd.
The 23rd?
Yeah.
September 23rd?
Yeah, we're here every other Monday,
Oh, okay.
except for Columbus Day and Christmas Day.
Okay, so September 23rd.
Yeah.
And hopefully I have responses from the engineers.
That's on you. We're going to be looking at this October 16th date.
Okay.
Okay, and if your efforts to, really define what it is that you want to do, go beyond the 16th, you have 2 options. First, you can give us an extension, we can extend it up to 35 days. Or, if it's taking longer than that, right, and you're not gonna be ready by, say, the middle of November, we would suggest, or you have the option, you can withdraw this application, okay? We'll accept that, and when you are ready, you can reapply and we can waive the fee.
Yeah.
Okay? All right?
No, I need to address this as soon as possible because with these storms, you know, I don't need another flood. Another 12 inches, no, it's, I can, no, that's not the way to live. All right, so, thank you so much.
You're
Thank
welcome.
you.
All right, now, 3 Crossroad. All right. All right, names and address, please, so Laura can get that.
Yeah, Paul Scalzo, 3 Crossroad.
Okay, so we'll just take a look at the application. I got purpose and description. Footing drain, seed and hay, stabilized yard, remove the old barn, chicken coop, various debris. Then there's barn shed, mowing storage in old barn, deck. I can't quite read that, looks like my writing.
Oh, is that my writing?
I don't know, it looks like mine, looks like a mess. Deck, something, reconstruction. Deck, well, it doesn't much matter. So you got 5 acres, we'll get that on the plan. You got 5 acres, disturbed wetland area is 0. Total wetland area on the map, we'll take a look at that. Disturbed linear feet of water course, is that a 0? Is that a 0?
Yeah, if it's my handwriting. Yeah,
All right,
Hieroglyphics.
I know, that's why I try to type everything.
yeah, I do too, I type it wrong. Okay, so let's go take a
I think I
look.
did an online application too, right?
What's that?
I did the online application. Or did I fill out?
Well,
I don't
if you did,
Oh,
we didn't find it, so
okay,
I do have
maybe
a
I printed it.
handwritten one. Is
Yeah,
that-
maybe I printed it and uploaded it, yeah.
Okay, so I have a map here,
That's what I have then.
so this looks like the map. So we have wetlands flags here, that's good. So does this show this stuff, footing drain, seed and hay, remove the barn, is that on this?
Yeah,
plan here?
so I drew it in. So footing drains are the lines like that. They just
Okay,
run
now-
around.
All right, so how are they getting into the wetland?
There's a pipe that runs into the gravel. There used to be footing drains, but they're all clogged. I mean, there's pipes all over this property. There's old cast iron. I mean, you got everything.
All right, I'm not excited about pipes just dropping into the wetlands without some understanding of what kind of water is this? Is this,
It's groundwater.
what do you mean it's groundwater?
It's a footing drain, so just whatever water's coming off. This is all pitched this way, this hill.
So it's a footing drain, where's the house?
House is right here.
Ah, that's not on the map, that's why I didn't see
No.
it. So the house, let's get your house on the map. Draw the general, here, use a pen, would you?
Okay. I don't like pen because it's permanent. That's got to be as big as the deck, probably. I'll do that. Something like that.
Okay,
Maybe. I don't know. Something like that, yeah.
okay, so you got, and is this gravel here now?
Yeah. Yeah, this, because there was a barn over here. They had tractors and everything. There's a chicken coop here, and then there's a shed. Or maybe I'm.
All right, well, hang on, one thing at a time. So this footing drain exists today, or you're putting it in?
Yeah, so I already actually put in most of the footing drains, which was my violation.
Okay,
Which, if I hadn't had it during that storm, it would have washed out my basement.
okay.
But yeah, so most of this is, that's your
What are
standard
these,
gravel, filter fabric,
Do we-
groundwater.
so the footing drains are installed already?
I did want to continue it to catch water up on this portion, but I haven't done that. But that's also outside of the upland review, so I don't know if it matters.
Again, it's 75, again, I don't have the scale on this map.
I have it on this. We drew in that line right there, 75 feet. You and I did that.
Oh, okay, that's right. So the upland review area is here, we probably didn't get as far as, and then it goes this way? Okay, so, I'd like to see, can you get us a picture of what this looks like? This empties into a stone wall, does it just
Yeah.
open? Can you get us a picture of that, please? I want a picture of what that looks like,
Okay.
all right? And showing, to pop over the stone wall stand on the stone wall, I wanna see what that looks like. We may decide to just leave it, or we might decide to back this out a little bit and put either a swale here and just maybe slow this water down just a little bit.
Yeah, I have stone in front of it.
Like riprap?
Yeah,
That's why
like literal stone. Yeah.
Okay, that's good. It's not on the map. So eventually we're gonna get this all on the map so that we have one final look at what you're doing. So again, if you've got stone there, can you get a copy of this?
That's what that is.
This is the small version.
And it runs prior to the stone wall too.
I thought I saw something on there.
Yeah, we might wanna just reconsider how many maps we put in these folders. We might just wanna say, we want one map. Right? We might just want one map. Unless there's an overwhelming reason to have two. I think this is the one we want to work on, but this doesn't have the
That's
details.
not to scale. Yeah. This one's to scale.
Can you get us a copy?
Yeah.
Can you get from CCA a copy
It's
of
right here.
this? Or can you
offered
give us a
them.
copy? All right.
I think I offered them last time, but then you guys didn't want it.
Well, it has to show the details on it.
Well, do you want this then?
I want one that's that size, that's showing some of the details here, because that's what's missing. I've got a map that doesn't have anything on it that shows what you're planning. I have a map here where the house wasn't here. I have a map here where you're saying there's stone, and that's not on it.
This is this.
Fair enough, but I'm trying to convey, right? We're gonna need to get this violation gone, and which is what everybody wants. We're gonna need one map that shows everything. And it would be great if we could have it on a map that size. That would be perfect.
Yeah, you can have this one.
Alrighty, we'll take it. So we're gonna have one map.
I don't want any more maps either. I got plenty.
Yeah, I see one map, I stopped looking.
I got 3.
Alright, so we are going to take this map, we're gonna make this the map. Okay,
Okay.
there we go. So, let's go back to where we were. So, you say there's stone in here?
Yeah.
Alright, so I want a picture of it, right? How big is the stone? Is it like 5 feet by 3 feet, or how big is it?
No, it's probably like just a lot of stone like that. It's bigger than riprap. I mean,
Give me, I need a dimension. Okay,
About
give me,
8 to 10 inches in diameter.
yeah, like 8 to 10 inch rocks. Yeah.
but 3 feet long?
How much area is it cover?
How much square
Just 2 feet by 3 feet, something like that.
All right, so I want a picture, okay? I
Okay.
want a picture of what that looks like, because now you're saying you've got,
Well, I can make it whatever's needed. If you want 4 feet by 4 feet, 3 feet by 3,
usually an engineer does this. When if you were putting a house in, an engineer would have done that, and he would have figured out the amount of water that comes off of your roof, and how much goes this way, and how much goes that way.
That's for footing drains, that's not for storm drains.
Well,
For,
Whatever, an engineer
Yes.
would have figured out how much guessed, right, based on water, you're right, thank you very much, how much water, and then approximately how big that would be. Here's what we're worried about, is erosion.
Okay.
You know, the water pouring into the wetland and just flooding it and eroding in the wetlands. So you got riprap there, and you're saying it's 2x3?
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
Okay, so you're gonna get us a picture, so that's homework number 1, okay?
Okay.
What is going on with the footing drain over here? Is it just, can you get us a picture of this too? What's this look like?
Yeah, that just runs into a pipe.
Okay, get us a picture of that, if you wouldn't mind, please. So that's homework assignment number 2,
I may have some, but okay.
okay? Because that's the concern there, is erosion as well from this footing drain.
Okay.
If it runs into a pipe, where's that pipe exit?
That's a weird.
It goes to the wetlands.
That's it. Yeah, it looks like his gravel is like right on the wetland or maybe
Right.
over.
But you were saying that these footing drains go into an existing pipe that was there.
Mhm.
And they're just, do you know where that ends?
It runs it just runs into
Runs
the, yeah.
into the wetland area?
The pipe goes further?
No, the pipe's
pipe
just
ends
underneath
here.
the gravel, but all the water just runs
Oh,
into the
yeah, yeah,
wetlands.
yeah.
Okay, I
Of
thought you
course.
said it connected to another pipe.
Yeah.
My misunderstanding.
No,
it's
no,
not
no,
on-
no, no.
It's not on that.
There's also 3 pipes running here,
Okay,
and they all run.
but
Yeah.
they're not a part of the violation. They've been there.
Yeah. There's pipes everywhere.
Right. That is one of the challenges when you try and put driveways
Oh, yeah.
across wetlands. I mean, Mother Nature is going to always send the water downhill for you,
Okay.
always.
Sure.
Okay, so that's homework 1, homework 2. We gotta think about erosion there. And that's the violation. Is that all that's in the violation? Is just that? I mean, is any of this other stuff, the removing the shed and stuff, is that in the violation? Or is this stuff that you wanna
Yeah, I don't
do
think
along
it's started.
with
Yeah,
here,
that's
right?
in the
He
new
wanted
business.
to do.
Yeah,
and I
okay.
recommended he put on the permit, so
Good
that way
idea.
he pulls everything all together at one time.
Okay, so we've talked about the footing drain. The next is seed, hay, stabilize the yard. What is that?
Where the old barn and chicken coop are. Where am I on this? Here, seed and hay.
Over there in the
There's seed and hay, everything.
Okay. You've got a stone wall here. You got wetlands right now that cross over this stone wall. So the stone wall is a general barrier. But we're gonna have to, the seed and hay is gonna have to stop 10 feet to that wetlands flag.
Okay.
Okay? We don't want to have grass seed and lawn fertilizer, right on wetlands flags. So we're going to have a permanent line of no mow. We may even do a monument here. So this is going to be a no mow line. No mow, no grass seed. On that side of it. Is there any grading, or is you just, no,
no.
it's, you're just existing dirt and throw grass on it?
Yeah.
Grass seed?
Yeah, pretty much.
And you're taking out the barn?
Yes.
And you're just taking the barn out? Are you gonna bring in excavators and things like that?
The barn's already out. I already did the barn.
Ah.
But yes. Yeah.
Okay, so
And then
the barn's
scrape the
gone.
dirt, seed and hay. Yeah.
All right, so the barn's gone.
Yeah. Barn and the chicken coop are gone, the shed's still there.
And you want the shed out?
I want the shed out, yeah.
And this is the shed?
No, that's a future barn. The shed's it's right around here.
Okay, so this is the shed?
Yeah, it's full of crap. There's so much crap.
Okay, and how are you getting the shed out?
I was just gonna hook it up to excavator or backhoe, pick it up and put it in a dumpster.
Shed removal sequence? Am I getting that right? You're going to remove it with an excavator,
Just pick it up and put it in a dumpster and crush it.
remove with excavator
And I'll take
And-
everything small out by hand first.
Okay,
not just
remove
gonna
with
let
excavator and
Fly around.
take off site? That's a better word for there. Remove to off site. I'm coming up with the right word. Remove with an excavator and debris,
For off-site removal?
and debris to be taken off site. Does that make sense?
Taken off-site, removed from site, either way.
Yeah, okay. All right, so on your plan here, just do me a favor, I just put a little sequence here, just a little note that says shed removal sequence. You're gonna remove it with an excavator and the debris to be taken off-site. So eventually, this is going to be your approved plan. So just so that we know you saw this, I just want you to drop your initials there, please.
You want me to make it the same way
It
as
can be
that?
upside down, it doesn't
Okay.
matter. Yeah, it can be upside down. Great, thank you. All right, what else is on this application?
Footing drains, removal, installation of a shed.
Installation of a shed? That's
Yeah.
Right over here.
I have to put a shed up before I can remove that shed because I still use that shed.
This is the location of the new shed?
No, the new
Oh,
shed I
okay.
wanted to put over here somewhere.
Okay,
And that is within wetlands.
so does that require footings or,
No, just gravel, and then I'll just do a 10 by 14.
okay, so new shed in this area?
Yeah, somewhere around there. And that's where the pretty much the barn used to be.
This is new shed, and it is gravel footing?
Yep.
So no excavation?
No. I mean.
No excavation?
No.
No,
Not really.
no excavation. New shed, you said about 10 by 14?
Yeah, 10 by 14.
Any chance it could be bigger?
No, because I wanted to do a barn, and 10 by 14 is.
Okay,
I
so
want to
10
pull
by
a building
14,
permit
all
for a
right.
shed.
No excavation, gravel footings, right? Gravel foundation.
Base.
Yep, gravel
Base.
base. Yep.
Gravel base, thank you. Okay. Same thing. Drop the initials here, please. And this is the old shed to be removed. All right, same thing.
Kind of have it over there.
Yeah, I know, but I'm now identifying where it is.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, what else is on your application? Deck, something,
Yeah,
reconstruction?
I want to redo my deck over on the house, and that's within your
Upland
upland review.
Okay, so give us, here's your homework number 3,
Mm-hmm.
just a construction sequence on that deck. What's it gonna be made of? You know,
Footing drains,
is
footings
it,
rather.
is it cement, is it wood, is it Trex? Are you going to have to put in new footings?
Yeah, new footings, PT.
Right, so just a little email, just
Okay.
a piece of paper that says that the new deck will be wood. We will be drilling X number of sonic tubes. I don't know,
I haven't even decided what I'm doing with the deck yet.
I can't approve anything until
Okay,
I have
okay.
these details.
All right,
Okay.
so I'll have to think about that. Yeah.
All right, you can come back. We can give you some grace on another application,
Yeah.
okay? We can take the deck out for now, if
Okay.
you're not ready. And I think if Laura was here, we can probably give you a little,
Well, I kind of want to get it. I mean, I can come up with it pretty quick.
okay. That's
I'll,
what,
I'll just come up with it, and then if I change it down the road, is that
Come
easier?
back in.
Can I just come back in?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep,
I'll
yep.
come up with a very basic.
yeah, the deck is gonna be made of wood. You are
Yeah.
expecting this many sonic tubes. Are you gonna be bringing a big excavator in or not to do it? These kinds of
Yeah.
little details.
Yeah, and I'm shrinking
bringing
it
in
way
dirt?
down.
Are you bringing in dirt?
No.
Okay,
No.
but this is
Yeah.
the questions that we want to see, because here's what we're interested in. If you're bringing in huge amounts of equipment, where are you going to be getting the soil from? Do you need soil? Are you taking soil out? Is it gonna be stockpiled? Do we need silt fence, around the stockpiling? It's those sorts of things that we're interested in. We don't particularly care whether it's wood or Trex or cement, we just need to know,
Okay.
okay?
So I'll make up a deck plan.
Okay.
That's easy enough.
I don't need as much the plan, I need the deck is gonna be X feet wide, L feet long. You're going to be putting in approximately how many sonic tubes? Just tell me about what you
Yeah,
think.
yeah, it'll probably be four
Fine,
footings.
well, just tell me,
10
okay?
by 14 deck.
Are
PT.
are you gonna be bringing in big pieces of equipment? Or are you gonna be stockpiling soil?
To remove the old footings, and to remove the deck, yes.
Okay, those are the things we just need to know about. Okay, exactly the lighting or the trim or the handrails or
I
any
know,
of
I
that,
know.
we don't care.
I'll draw.
And we're
Yeah,
gonna put,
I'll make a little plan.
okay.
I've got an idea. I've got a pretty good idea. I know what I'm gonna do.
Yeah, it's as much the construction sequence
Okay.
that we need to understand.
Remove off-site, just throwing everything in dumpsters.
Yeah, okay.
Deck plan.
Okay, I think that's everything on your
And the barn.
application. And if the barn is over here, that's out of the upland review area.
But I'm gonna be moving through the upland review to get material and everything.
That's okay,
Oh, okay.
that's okay.
Well, we talked about doing, okay, just do a silt fence around, stockpile.
If you have a stockpile, I don't know.
Yeah.
Okay.
Soil stockpile.
All right, well then you're gonna, so
Yeah,
this is for the barn?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because that's gonna be a 20 by 40. I gotta put frost protection, so it's gonna go down probably 42 inches.
What's the pitch on the hill here?
This actually pitches this way. That way.
So the elevation is higher here than it is here?
Yes, oh yeah.
You said it pitches this way?
It pitches this way.
It's like
High
it's
to
like
low.
a
Oh, it's a
basin.
valley.
It's like a little basin.
Okay.
So during the storm, I had two rivers pretty much coming off this hill.
I don't, you're out of the upland review area here.
Okay. I don't know.
Yeah, no, you're out of the upland review area, assuming that your construction is not taking you this way through the wetlands.
No, I would just be
That's
driving
fine.
trucks. Yeah.
Yeah, no, you'll be driving trucks on your driveway and doing them this way, that's
Yeah.
fine. This doesn't have to be
Okay.
in the wetlands application.
Okay.
The building permit would be interested in that, but we
Yeah.
are not. So you
You can take that
are,
off the
we can,
application.
yeah, so there's barn is off the application. Barn is out of upland review. Okay, so we're going to probably be striking that, okay? So you don't need us here,
Okay.
okay? All right, get us some pictures. We'll probably get this house in, what was the third one? What was the third one?
Was it the deck and the sonotubes?
Oh, yeah, construction sequence for the deck.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I think we probably will end up with maybe a monument here. Because he wants to grass and we want to protect this wetland, so we may end up with like a concrete monument. You can buy them, dig a hole 3 feet, put that in there, and that will help remind you
Locate it.
and the future owners not to be mowing and putting grass in close to the wetlands, so there probably be
Yeah, I think maybe all wooded anyway.
monument to be installed, just to remind us. Okay,
Okay.
anything else for us? And again, I'm not trying to give you a hard time, on the details, it's just, we're gonna end up with one piece of paper that everybody, we and you agree this is what's gonna happen. Because when it's all done, Laura's gonna come out and she's gonna bring this plan and she's going to be looking for, did you do everything that was on the plan? Because if you didn't, that's a problem and we want to avoid that. So that's why I'm not, again, why we're trying to be specific about what is where, so that when you have this final review, all good,
Okay.
right? Okay,
Very good.
all right.
Alright, so you're gonna keep that?
Yeah, you gave me a map and I'm keeping it,
Very good.
all right?
Okay, sounds good, thank you.
You're very welcome. All right, I'll make a motion to continue 3 Crossroad to our next regularly scheduled meeting.
Second.
Second that.
Okay, Bob seconds that. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries unanimous. Aye, aye, aye. Okay, White Pine, 5 White Pine Drive. Okay, you guys know Jim, Laura needs your name and address.
Jim McManus, certified professional soil scientist, JMM Wetland Consulting Services, offices in Newtown.
Okay. Five White
you.
Pine.
Thank you.
I have, let's see if this is it. Let's see if this is it, Joe.
Yeah, crap. Haven't done a
You just
lot.
gave me this.
I just gave you that. It's hot off the press.
Okay. Alrighty.
What we're doing here,
Is there an application?
yes.
All right, let's just take a quick look at that.
Sure.
Okay, install new lawn to include soil, straw, move a shed, cross 50 feet on processed stone platform. Previous location shed to be a future site of, previous location of shed to be future site for portable gazebo. So we're gonna be looking for that in the plan. Total acreage is 0.92. Disturbed wetland area is, we're gonna have to come up with a number here, but we have you, so.
0.
0?
0.
Okay, so 0 disturbed wetland. That's good. How much total wetland?
Don't know.
Best guess.
Yeah.
John, we need, did you get John's?
Yeah.
John Shalko?
Yeah, John's here. Might as well come up, John, because you're probably gonna have some questions that I can't answer. What is this?
Oh,
Oh, that's
I don't
11.
know what that is.
That's 11.
We'll drop stuff off here.
Okay.
Okay, so we need to fill that out, but let's let you talk, okay?
Yep. Okay, I visited the site with John on 9/5, so
Okay.
September 5th. And what I did was, the study area is in the southeastern corner of the site, where
Okay.
they showed a shed and lawn. So that's where I flagged some wetlands. I put together this little report, just to show you I did it. I was there on that day, and I have a little sketch map.
That's what we wanna see, Jim. What,
Yeah.
you've got a map that shows approximately where
It
those.
should be, the fourth page. There you go.
All right, 'cause
So,
somehow we're gonna have to take this and put it onto something,
right.
okay?
Well, I just drew an approximate boundary. I brought this map too. This is probably a good map to use. I'll show you.
This is your map, you were lucky.
Yeah.
Okay, so.
So it shows,
You went down in this
I
area.
showed my wetland boundary within the study area, which was
Okay.
in here.
So your wetland is the blue line?
Yeah.
Okay,
The
so.
pink line is the study area, and the red arrows are just showing where the area of proposed activity is.
Ah, okay, so.
So
Okay, all right,
the wetlands, on this map here, this is the same map, but it's the, I don't know what you call this, the GIS
map.
planimetric map or whatever.
Yeah.
No aerial. And you can see on this map here, you see the stone wall?
Yep,
That's existing.
yep.
And this wetland boundary is probably pretty darn close. Because it's the wetlands fall behind the stone wall and
The
they sort of,
wetlands are behind the stone wall.
will be east.
Perfect.
And then they sort of bend away. And then, so I didn't flag them all. I just flagged what was within the proposed study area at this
Okay,
time.
Yep.
I came up with some notes.
So there's a stone wall
Yep,
that's, I can
it's
barely.
right
Yeah,
there.
you can see it a little bit.
So that actually, these wetlands shown on the town GIS map is
about twice as big as what
Pretty
Yeah.
your
accurate.
study.
Well,
what
yeah,
we
no,
see
I didn't
is this-
study, I didn't flag it all,
What we
but
see is this purple stuff, and
Well,
that
that's-
gets,
yeah, that's-
well,
yeah,
that's what
well,
we,
yeah.
we see this and we
That's-
see the purple, and
yeah.
we need to know.
just so you folks know that this purple line or shade comes from the soil survey maps.
Right.
They're not, yeah, well, that's from their mapping that, if you go on the web soil survey, and if you go into my mapping right now, I can actually show you. What
Yeah, but you're the only one that's been in there with a shovel.
Yeah,
right?
well, here's your soils, here's the soil survey. So a bunch of soil scientists went out and mapped the state. Very large scale mapping, 3 acres plus is their map unit, so they're not gonna pick out little wetlands.
Right,
So they're gonna use either it's a big wetland or
Right.
it's a big upland.
right.
So if you look at where my arrow is, so that's the property boundary.
Yeah,
I mean, that's the house.
yeah.
And you see this big tongue, that's a 3, that's a wetland, that's
Yep,
that tongue.
That's this guy, okay.
So that's where it comes from.
All right, so we're gonna use, unless someone's got something better, we're gonna use this as the map. So we're gonna take what you were just talking about,
Yeah.
and we're gonna get it on this map.
Well, can I draw something for
Yep,
you on the map?
You sure
Can I use that?
You can.
So
There, you can just see that stone.
that stone wall, so this
Yep.
wetland boundary does like that in the study area.
Okay, so blue line,
So this is wet symbol,
okay, is,
wetland boundary within study area.
JM Consulting Wetland.
Just JMM's wetland boundary within study area. Because I didn't do the whole thing, so
Right.
I made my
Boundary
line a little big. It doesn't
within-
actually hit the well, it may hit the property, but I doubt it.
Study area. Okay. so-
Eventually, will hit the
All
property.
right, so just drop your initials there, okay? Here. So you got blue line,
Yep.
JM wetland, okay. So now we know where the wetlands are.
Yeah.
Great. And now we know where the upland review area is.
Right.
Okay.
So
Now that's a beautiful thing. So
So-
now what are we trying to do here?
So they're gonna put an existing shed that's outside of the upland review area. They're gonna move to that location
They're gonna move this shed,
at the
No,
top.
the shed is over. where
The shed is over
they're sliding
here,
it over.
and they're gonna put it here,
all right.
and they're gonna put down a stone bed, and then put the shed down. Typical, no footings or anything. It's just a shed on processed
And
stone.
there's a stone wall here, John? Is there a real stone wall in
Yes.
here?
It goes into ledge.
But you would, if someone walked by here,
You see
There's a
this?
stone wall.
you would say, oh, there's a stone wall, not very tall,
No,
No.
but there is a stone wall.
Yes.
it goes from the property line.
It goes something like this.
Yep. It's that map
'Cause you
is
found
actually
it-
drawn pretty
You
well.
found the wetlands on the
The
other
other
side
side,
of the
eastern
stone
side of the
wall.
wall.
Yep.
So I
Right.
measured,
The neighbor's driveway is right there.
yeah, the neighbor's driveway's right here.
Okay, so that's a stone
Right
wall.
down here.
Okay, so there's a stone wall. So the shed is going to be how far from the stone wall?
Well, it's from the wetland flag.
Okay,
I had 17 feet,
17.
but it's actually a little bit more, and I'm going to tell you why in a minute. So, and then the proposed lawn is 12 feet. However, that's from because it was going to go right to the stone wall. Now, we're actually there's a
so what's
There-
what is in here
That is
now?
just
Junk?
rough
What's in
grade.
here?
It's a rough grade
Rough grade. There's actually lawn
There's lawn in here now?
lawn.
from right here forward.
What about in here,
Let's use.
John? What
well,
about,
hang
what
on.
about like right in,
Hang on.
like right in here?
Well,
What-
let's
what's
look at
in
this.
here?
Look at this.
Looks like some trees.
Well, the
Mulch.
trees.
Hard to tell, because
Trees,
sometimes
I know it is. So these trees are gone. I don't know.
John, can you,
Makes
there, about 30 feet from here, how many trees are in here now? Do you have to take any
Nothing.
out? There's no trees in here now?
Nothing.
No, nothing.
Okay, so there are no trees.
No trees.
And this is a rough grade, just
Area.
exposed dirt,
No,
ledge
it's
stuff?
stuff growing, but
Yeah.
it's not. It's
Weeds.
It's weeds. It's not lawn yet.
Okay, well, you've answered my question, which is there's no big towering trees
No.
that you're taking
No.
down. So
No.
there's no tree removal in this.
No. So let's see. can't really see it, but there's a wood, it's a mulch, like garden mulch area that has some plants that stops. I don't have any pictures.
No
about-
trees to be,
It's about
Removed.
5 feet off of the stone wall.
Yeah, but it's up gradient.
okay,
They're gonna extend that all the way down to the property boundary.
John, on this application, I just wrote, no trees to be removed.
No.
Just drop your, JS in there. Okay, thank you.
So
So just step back.
maybe on some of those pictures it might show the mulch. There's pictures.
Well, that's okay, you're not taking any trees down.
No,
Yeah, but
no.
we have some stuff we want to talk about.
Oh, pardon me. Okay, now I'm with you.
Oh shit,
There-
I don't really
there's a-
have any pictures, but there's a 8 to 10 foot wide mulch that's there up gradient.
Already.
It's already there. It's part of the
Okay,
landscape.
all right.
Along the stone
So
wall.
when I measured, I said proposed lawn approximately 12 feet to the wetland. Well, that's not true anymore because what we decided to do was to extend that planting mulch area. So say it stops there, then we're gonna extend it right down.
Okay, someone's gotta draw this on that map. Please,
Do like, 8 feet wide or something like that.
yeah, here, just
Just
draw.
use a number.
Number, just kind of draw it, and then we'll make a little call out here, John, and we'll
It's actually-
describe what
Get
that
the mulch
is.
bed along the rock wall.
It's actually
Yeah.
only gonna be from
Yeah,
right to about here, because this is already existing.
that's existing.
Um,
It's just say like 8 feet, 10 feet.
Oh, that's you. I go, what?
Mulch.
No, it's fine.
Put it on something else if you won't hear it.
Okay.
So we're gonna come from the stone wall 8 foot over.
Yeah,
With mulch.
mulch and
With
some
mulch.
plants.
And it actually will just go right into
The
their
other mulch.
existing,
Right,
and it goes all the
way
way
up.
down.
yeah.
Okay,
See
Can you-
where's-
all right.
So,
can
and
you-
then there's
yeah.
gonna be, after that, then there's going to be maintained lawn.
This is the lawn area,
Yeah,
That's
they're
30
gonna
feet.
regrade and seed that.
30
So it's
feet
nice
right
lawn.
here, off of the back property line. That's what this is right here. I already know that because they measured. And then maybe a couple of little disturbed areas right in here. We take the existing shed, move it from here to here. And then so on and so forth to the driveway, whatever we disturbed.
Okay, so a couple of things, couple of homework. I need, in this area, do you have a plant list of what you're gonna be putting in there? Can you confirm it's all, give us a plant list, and let's make sure it's all native Connecticut plants? Okay, annuals, no diff, I don't care about annuals, but if there's any perennials in here, we want them to be Connecticut native
They're probably
species.
gonna, I mean, I don't know what they're gonna do. I'm thinking cone flowers and things like that.
Whatever. Get
'Cause
us
that's
a-
what they have
So
going
that's
on.
homework number one. We just need a list, because you're in the upland review area. I just need a list of what you're gonna plant. And that's what we're interested in.
What are
It's
we
gotta
talking,
be,
like 10 plants?
well, I don't know what you're doing. I have no idea. Just write it
Just
down.
talk to them and see what they want.
Yeah.
To do
Yeah.
with the area and then just
Just
figure it out.
Just write it on a piece of paper.
Okay.
In this area, we plan to install
Whatever.
X number of cone
Hostas
flowers,
or
spice bush,
whatever.
Whatever.
flowering dogwood. I don't wanna hear about barberry, I don't wanna hear about any of that.
You don't want firebush?
No, we don't. It's got,
Winged you
Yeah,
want?
it's just basically what they have,
whatever it is, just write,
Yeah.
just get them
They-
to write it down, John,
yeah, they
okay?
have hydrangeas now.
Annuals, it could be whatever they want.
Yeah.
It's the perennials we're after. Then your second homework is, I need this distance from the stone wall to there. I need that distance, plus or minus a foot. Is it 12 feet, 20 feet, 30 feet? I don't know. That's your homework.
15.
Give me that
I would
number.
think
Give me that
15,
number.
18
So
feet.
that's gotta be beyond, from the stone wall
To the
existing drive,
No,
the
no, to-
neighbor's driveway.
Well, this looks
To
like,
the end of the property,
this looks like
to
a
the corner of the
property line.
property.
There is a property line there.
to the closest,
She wants the distance to the
this,
stone wall,
from
the
the
corner of
stone
the property.
wall to here.
Okay, their property, that's right, that's the driveway.
Okay, that's fine.
That's the neighbor's
Yeah,
driveway.
well, just stand here and put a tape between here and there, right?
So that was
Whatever it
about
is.
17 what you measured. So
Well,
it's
I
gotta be
measured,
about
I measured
30.
from the stone wall this way.
So it's gotta be
Because here's what
So
we're
that
gonna
was
get.
17 feet from the stone wall to where the shed's
approximately
gonna go.
30 to 35.
Whatever, just get
Yeah.
that number for me, okay? I don't need it today.
All right.
I need this number, and then I need a marker up in here, because we're gonna complete the application. I think we can be, okay. I need to get a number on this application that says approximate wetlands square feet. And I'm good with what you've done here, right? And I think that was a good scope. You didn't have to go all the way here. We can
It gets wider.
guess. Give me,
We could get a square footage of that. It's
That's-
just, it's gonna take this,
number
well, it
times-
goes from the stone wall to here and then,
go up here someplace.
which is gonna be much more narrow, but we'll get a
Little
square
geometry.
footage.
Yeah,
A little square footage there. It's not much.
yeah, because you know where this is, right?
Oh, yeah, the flags are in
Yeah,
the
the
field.
flags
Fine.
are there.
Then we'll take this number times that number, and
Get
that
your
will be a
square
rectangle,
footage.
and it will be very close
Yeah,
to
to
the
the square
number,
footage.
the square footage of the wetlands in the study area.
We gotta call it the study area, because
Yeah,
it didn't
I
extend.
agreed. And I think that's fine. You're not doing anything.
And the report outlines that what my study area is and where it is.
I
I didn't give you a square footage, but I told you where it is.
Right, well, he can give us a square footage, right? Because we know this point, we know that point, we know that point. We'll take two numbers, and now we'll have square foot of wetlands, okay?
Yep.
And then we can complete the application. And other than that, I think once we get this kind of tidied up, I think we're gonna be good, okay? I think you've got a buffer here between, your grass
Stone wall.
and the stone wall that's
And your
gonna keep,
mulch,
that's gonna keep weeds and
everything.
Yeah.
nitrogen and phosphate out of the wetlands, so that's a beautiful thing.
Plus there is, the wetland doesn't start at the well, so there is some vegetation before it actually hits the wetland. The wetland's very close to the stone wall, but there is additional, outside of what we're gonna do, there's Mother Nature has some stuff. to do.
Fine. Right, and there are no big trees that were taken down,
No.
so that's good. All right? So,
2 more weeks?
I gotta know what this is. I can't approve an application, John, that's got a blank in it. I just can't,
Okay.
okay? We've got a map that's pretty close. I can tell you, we're not gonna have a problem here. We just gotta get the paperwork right, okay?
Okay. All right.
Yeah, now that we know the wetlands are over here,
Yeah,
Yeah,
makes a bit of a difference.
yep.
yeah.
And I need to know, like I said, your plants are, if you knew what these numbers were tonight, and you could say, we're only going to put,
Well, we're gonna
You know-
put non,
I mean,
we're
you're
gonna put,
native
native
Connecticut
Connecticut plants,
perennials in.
perennials in.
We could probably, here's what we could do, right? We could put a stipulation, and you'd have to provide me the list, right, within,
Provide you the list of the
In
square
2
footage
weeks.
of wetlands within the study area.
yeah, now, can we come up with this square footage tonight?
I
Can we,
think so.
does anybody have a computer? Because we can measure it if you had the,
I don't know.
For the GIS,
yeah.
let me see if I can do it. I can't do it on my phone, I'm not that talented, I'll have to do it on the computer.
Yeah, why don't we just do it for the next meeting?
I understand you wanna get going, I understand that.
Yeah, they-
you know,
they're-
and-
they're-
and
they're a little
that's-
anxious.
But I can't approve an
Well,
application.
you gotta come
that's-
back anyway for the next meeting.
Well, that's the other problem, yeah, it's
you gotta
two-
be here anyway.
Yeah, it's 2 weeks on a
Right.
new application,
So,
so,
Oh, really? Is that how that works?
yeah.
Is that new?
That's.
I don't
it's
remember
always-
all that.
It's always been like that.
Is it?
Yeah.
Well, maybe because they always last longer than that anyways.
So we have that problem too, but you're
Yeah.
not gonna have a problem.
Yeah. I don't
Okay.
need to be
That is
here.
getting a measurement.
I don't
Get the
need to
measurements.
come back. You guys are fine with
I
me?
think you've done all four, I think you've done all four.
well, you don't wanna
we
come
would
back
ask.
or what? Come on, Jim.
They don't want to pay me anymore.
They may want you more, but I think you've provided the
Probably,
information that they needed to provide to us.
Yep. Yeah, we
So
got,
it's the incomplete application. I can't approve an application that's incomplete, even if you wanted to try, I know you wanna try and get going, but Bob also makes the point, it's new
I didn't get the soil
business.
report till tonight, in fairness, so.
It's
no,
it's
no,
old-
we didn't
excuse me,
say,
no, it's old business.
we're not.
This is old
we're not-
business.
We're not,
It is old business,
Yeah.
so we
It's old
didn't get
business.
any of like this information.
we just got
But
the
that's okay,
information.
so the 2 weeks is not relevant at this moment. We've already
No,
had
we're
the
not,
2 weeks.
we're not being,
So, John, if you,
it is what it is.
So we're gonna measure from the stone wall.
to the property line,
There's two measurements.
Yeah.
The back and the front.
Right.
right?
Well,
And
back on
there's
the side.
and there's nothing in your
Yeah.
Thing that would do,
I didn't even think to get square footage.
I mean, I can come up with a ballpark, but
Yeah,
it's not
we can ballpark
gonna
it.
be exact.
what do you think it is?
I think it's about 20 by 10.
You think this is 10 and that's 20?
No, this is 20 and this
This-
is 10 up this way, because the wetlands comes,
200
narrows
feet,
down,
125
starts to
square
bend
foot?
away.
That doesn't
Well,
this is 10. This
No,
looks
20 at the bottom,
20 at the bottom.
10 at the top, because the wetland starts to slide toward the
Oh, and
property
it's 10
boundary.
this way.
Yeah.
What about this bad boy?
Yeah.
Oh, well, that's what, I can't,
So that's-
I
I
don't
thought
know
you were
that.
saying 25 and 10,
That's
that's where
what
I came
I-
up with 125.
So I can.
So that's about 50.
This is 50.
50 and 10?
That's
This is-
30 to here,
Okay.
plus the shed,
All right.
and I'm adding on a little bit.
So 10 by 50 would be 500 square foot, half of that.
So you're saying
250
this
square
is
foot?
10 feet.
Sounds right. I mean,
That sound
If
about
we're gonna
right?
no,
triangulate it,
that's about 20 feet,
This is about 20.
yeah, and
And
then this is about 50 feet.
About 50 feet.
Yeah, but the wetland, it's, yeah, the
This is
wetlands,
good, close enough.
All right.
Right? I see your point.
Yeah.
But
it's not all wetland within that,
it's
but I get it.
but it's
It's close enough.
okay. Fair enough. This is about 50.
You're right.
Correct.
50,
By 20.
50. This looks like it could be a little bit
so
more.
500 square foot?
50. This looks
looks a little bit-
more. If I
That's-
use
that's-
this and this looks about 70.
The shed is definitely 30 feet from the property line.
Okay. I'm going to say that's,
Is that sideline setback?
if I go like
Excuse
this,
me?
Jim,
Sideline setback?
that's an inch.
Yeah.
That's an inch, and there's a little bit more. So I just made this
Now
70.
we're
So
up to
I've got
700 square
1,400.
foot?
I've got 1,400 square feet of wetlands.
No,
20 times 70.
and then you're
So that's
triangulating
10.
it. It's not a,
I-
so you're halving it. So it's 700.
I'm
I
saying
would
this.
do 700 square feet.
Because
Yeah.
it's not, this is not a full rectangle, it's coming in at an angle.
Do, that's right, Tom's
I,
right.
I don't think I care. Really, I don't care exactly whether it's 1,400 feet or 1,200 feet. This is a guess. This is an approximation. I don't know exactly what this curve is either.
Correct.
I don't know
So
how
that-
far
that's
up
why-
it goes.
That's why we were triangulating it.
That's what I'm just saying. If I just do a rectangle, like keep it simple.
All right, you can keep it simple.
Keep it
but
simple.
It's high.
Well, all right. Here's what we can
Or
do.
just
I can
break it
do
in
less
half
than. It's less
And
than.
triangulate that and do a rectangle there.
Less than,
So you go between 700 and 1,400
how do you say it?
is,
So
Less than or equal to. There you go. Less than or equal to.
that's what I was going for. Less than or equal to 1,400
1,400
square feet. Less than 1,400 square feet in study area,
Yes.
yes.
right? Less than. That's okay, right? This is 0. Disturbed linear feet of water course
No,
is
There is
0.
no water course.
And there is no water course.
Within the study
Disturbed
area.
upland review area.
Disturbed upland review area. Ooh. That can be a little tricky.
You're planning, what's the square footage of grass you're putting in, John?
Within the upland review area? It's only 75 feet, there's no water course.
I mean, what's the width of the property?
I don't know.
No.
It's 150
I
feet.
haven't been there, so I don't know.
150?
150 feet.
So if you go 150 feet by,
So this is
Well,
70.
half of it's gonna be 75.
So this is 70, this is out 75, and this is, you're putting grass from here all in here,
Yeah,
right?
it's all in
So
there,
70
except for 8 to 10 feet of it.
So 70 times 75, 5, 0, 0, that's 35, 3, 7 times 7, 49, 5,100 square feet of disturbed, right? 75 feet
No,
this
52.
way, times 70 feet that way.
52,
75 times 70 is 5,150.
Mathematics.
5250.
Less than or equal to 5,100.
I'm fine with that. I'm just saying, I can't put something in
I
the
get it.
system that's
I
got
know,
blanks,
I get it.
you know?
I stay home there with John, as best I can off of the GIS, it looks this one, it was a little.
Well, I'll remember that
Disturbed
next time.
upland, what's that? Disturbed what?
Less than.
No, I'm gonna remember that next time. I'll make my own calculations in the field, so we'll have some.
Less than 500,
Less than
100,
5,100
square
square
feet.
feet of upland review area.
right. That's
I don't know,
fine.
disturbance in the
Slope.
study area.
Soil.
And is the slope in the upland review area greater than 5%?
No,
Someone's got yes.
Well,
not in the upland, not in the study area. It isn't.
not in the study area,
Where's
but on the
the,
lawn area.
It does go up in grade.
It goes up.
where? Which way does it go?
Right in here, it starts to build. It starts to gradually go up.
Goes that way, up.
It goes up this way?
It goes up like
Yep.
this. There's a slope to it,
And
but
it's
not
got-
in the upland. There's no fear of erosion here. That's what that 5%.
All right, so this is not yes, it's no.
Okay.
Yes,
Okay.
go no, because it's in the upland review area.
Right. Is the slope
mean,
of the
the,
upland
it's-
review
it's
area
in the
greater than
study area.
5%?
Pardon?
Is the slope of the upland review area
Yes,
greater than?
only in a small portion of it though. So yes, but there's no,
Well, that would make, that impacts the 75 feet.
it's all stabilized though with existing lawn. And there's no proposed activities
There
within
is,
that sloped area within the upland
Correct.
review, which is only a small percentage of the entire.
I'm trying to help you guys out here. I'm just trying to get the blanks filled
No.
correctly. No.
No,
All right. No. Okay, so,
what are we
John,
missing for Nate? What are we missing?
after a long conversation, I don't think we're missing anything, except because we figured it out for you. So we're gonna do this, and John, you gotta drop your initials in there, all
I
that.
still need to give you a planting list though as a
Well, I think we can do that as a stipulation.
stipulation.
Okay, we'll make a stipulation that all the perennials have to be Connecticut native species and a complete list to be provided within 30 days, John?
Can I borrow one of these?
What? Yeah. A complete list of the plantings to be provided within 30 days?
Connecticut, grown.
What?
Right?
Connecticut native.
Native.
Native Connecticut plants,
Native, yeah. And the property owner can find them
anywhere.
anywhere.
It's
Connecticut
not a very
DEP.
big area that
it's
she's
not-
planting.
Yeah,
No, it's
Connecticut
not.
Deep has a list. I think Yukon has a list.
They're
Yukon
all
has a
over the
list.
place. They're on
all-
the internet.
Yeah, they're all on the internet.
DEP, you can go onto the Deep site.
Deep has a
They'll
site.
have some plants that are
Yeah.
recommended.
We're only gonna need
You're gonna need a handful of
a
these.
handful is right.
Whatever they are,
Yeah.
they just have to be native Connecticut species from
Native
one of those
Connecticut.
lists. Native Connecticut, right?
Okay.
Nothing from Hawaii.
Nothing from Hawaii, no
Nothing from
bamboo.
Hawaii. No bamboo,
Like
no
the neighbor?
Phragmites.
Like a neighbor?
No winged euonymus.
Do you believe they still sell that? It's supposed to be against the law to
It's
sell
supposed to
that.
be in the law. I know.
Still sell.
All right.
Some places.
Ugh, okay, we're gonna move along here.
Right.
All right, so let me make a motion. I make a motion. I make a motion to approve the application W-24-54 Fight 5 White Pine Drive, as described on a Town of Brookfield GIS map with a receipt date of August 21st, with a number of hand notations that were put on during the meeting. First, the wetland boundary was drawn by the Connecticut soil scientist marked in blue. The area of the wetland was calculated based on field input. And this approval will be subject to all the usual stipulations, plus the applicant will provide a list of the plants to be installed, and all perennial plants must be Connecticut native species as defined by the DEP or Yukon.
I second that.
I get everything?
Yes, you did.
Yes.
I believe you did.
Did you say you wanna put in when?
Within 30 days. Yeah, the list needs to come here within 30 days.
The planting list
The planting list,
to Laura
To
within
Laura.
30 days.
okay? So the
Yeah, I'll
stipulation,
get that.
provide plant list.
Next meeting is the 23rd.
Yeah, but we
Yes.
don't, you can take your, as long as we get it within 30 days,
You'll have it
you're
by
good.
then.
You got your approval, you can go.
Yeah, we're not coming
Okay?
back.
You're not coming back.
You just need to send a list to Laura.
But I'm saying you'll have it.
As long as Laura thinks
It'll
it's
be
a
in the
good
file.
list, then we're good.
It'll be
Yeah,
in the file by,
Because she's gonna come out and inspect it eventually.
Yeah.
Okay. Within 30 days. All right, all those in favor?
Aye,
Aye. Any
Sorry,
opposed?
who seconded that?
I did.
Okay, thank
Bob,
you.
yeah.
He's been beating me all night.
Yeah.
Big mouth.
Just today.
9th.
Okay, I think we got everything, so you're good.
thank you.
All right?
Very good. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Have a good night.
Yep.
You too.
All right, on to do business. You are, sir, which,
I am here for 6 Edna Court.
all right, I'll make a motion that we go to 6D, 6 Edna Court.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries unanimous.
Thank you.
And when she's done talking, we need your name
Yes.
over to her.
If you have
You go get the
questions,
file.
Jason Eddy, Outdoor Solutions for Bill and Sue Matty.
And the address?
6 Edna Court.
Thank you.
Okay. New business. Crossroads, Lakeview, Huckleberry, Edna. All right, let's take a look at this application here. Okay, total acres on the property, 1.9, disturbed wetland area, 2,000 square feet, total wetland, 31,000, disturbed linear feet of water course, 145 feet, total linear feet of water course, 255. Okay, so we have a map here of what you're trying to do.
Yes. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. I believe, nope, next page. That's what I'd like to do. I'd like to build some stone walls along the edge of the water course.
So where's the disturbed wetlands?
No disturbed wetlands.
Okay, that's, this application says,
So it's a water course that's being disturbed, not
okay,
necessarily.
disturbed wetland area, 2,000 square feet. That's what the application says, 2,000 square feet of disturbed wetland area.
Right, so on the 18th of August, we had a storm come through. The storm disturbed a hillside, washed the hillside out to the point where the homeowner's pool fence securing their pool is dangling above the water course.
Okay, I need to, I have to tell you, having all these maps here is really a challenge. Because I don't know which one we really should be looking at. It's nice to see a color photo, that's grand. It's nice to see this. I see a lot planned. This isn't helping me understand what you're trying to accomplish.
Sure, I'm just following the rules. I go down the checklist for the long form.
Okay.
Make sure that I include all of the information. So
It
I'll
says-
call this supporting information.
Does the long form say include pictures?
It doesn't. That was a courtesy on my part.
Okay, all right.
I believe one of the maps that shows the washer, there's the washout area that he was
So I've
talking
got,
about.
all
which
right,
is-
so I've got one contour map. This is showing wetlands here.
Yes.
And what is this stuff? Is this elevations?
This was a washout area, I believe, wasn't it
Is
not?
this 434 is an elevation?
Yes.
I'm sorry, you sound like, you sound a little perturbed.
I
Is that
know.
Is that me, or am I just misreading you, or,
I'm just trying to answer the questions.
okay. So these are contours, 434, 448? Is that what this is?
Yes.
Okay, and this is the area of the cave-ins or the washout? Okay, So I'm still not understanding where the 2,000 square foot number comes from. I'm not understanding that. Is
When
that-
the storm came through,
Okay.
it disturbed 2,000 square feet of the existing watercourse and the wetland.
Oh, so you're not doing it?
Oh, no, I'm not, oh, I'm here to fix, I'm here to fix it.
Okay, well, this is not what this is trying to convey. This is trying to say, in your application, you are going to disturb 2,000 square feet.
No, 2,000 square feet was disturbed with the
Okay.
18
That's
storm.
fine, that's fine, that's not what this is saying. So we're gonna change the 2,000 square feet to something else, probably 0.
I think it would be dependent on the amount of fill though, because even if we're replacing, it's still disturbance.
Well, that could be, that's what I'm trying to
For Deep's
understand.
form, because I take those numbers and I put them onto Deep's forms for their own calculations, because they keep track of it through the town.
Okay, but he had a washout here.
He did.
Mother Nature moved dirt into the wetlands,
Correct.
and now all he's trying to do is
Back.
he's trying to put it back?
So we're here to discuss that, if you don't mind.
Yeah.
I need to retain grade, so the
Okay.
pool can be secured.
All right.
And so it doesn't continue to wash away.
Yep,
I'm proposing to build a retaining structure. I would love to discuss how we're going to do that. It is a one-on-one slope to get down from the house and the driveway. It's a one-on-one slope to get down to the disturbed area. Somehow I need to retain that grade. I would love to discuss with the commission how we can do that. The options being bring in material and disturb the upland review area. The other option would be to use material that was disturbed by the storm. So the storm washed all of that out and left a debris pile.
over in here?
Nope, downstream. It left it downstream in
Okay.
this area.
All right,
So that material theoretically is still there, but it would be a disturbance for us to collect that material
Ah.
and use that. So this is an application to repair storm damage and see what the commission feels is the best way, best means of doing that.
okay, well, I am not an engineer.
Nor do I'm not suggesting that you should be.
Well-
I have suggestions on how we should do it.
Okay.
But if your suggestion is we cannot disturb the upland review area, and the only way to do this is with a 150-foot tall crane, then I have to change my plan of attack. If you say, well, this area was disturbed and that disturbance was deposited downstream, yes, go collect all of that material. There's 40 yards of material down there that I could collect and bring up to use.
You'd be messing up the stream though.
So I will suggest that the storm did a pretty good job of messing up the stream. There's a very natural area upstream. There's a very natural area downstream. But this disturbed area where it washed it out, it deposited it into the stream bed.
Right, that's what I'm saying. If you remove that deposit of debris,
Yes.
soil,
Yes.
you would be disturbing the stream.
So the stream has been displaced.
Okay.
And that's why I have some of the pictures to support that. The 2019 picture shows you where the stream used to be. I then
Okay.
have a drone photo from this month showing where the new stream
So
location is.
which are these pictures you're talking about?
So this is a 2019 color photo. If we look at this log here, we believe that this log is what caused most of the disturbance. I just want to grab a pointer. So from this log here, the disturbance came up into, here's the corner of the pool fence, came up this one-on-one slope and removed this soil and deposited it
Yeah.
right here.
Okay.
This log right here also backed up some water. Everything from here down is natural. All of this material ended up in this area here.
What does this one show us?
So this is from the 3rd of September. Here is the corner of the pool fence. Here's the disturbed area. The stream used to be over here. And this disturbance slid down from here. And this is poor lighting, but this is where all of this material was deposited downstream.
And what is this one trying to show us?
This one is the adjoining properties as required for my long form.
Okay.
This year I included a contour map to show us that we have this one-on-one slope going down to a water course. On the other side of the water course is our wetland. That one here just without all of the contour lines going in there to show you the size of that disturbance. Here is what I would propose to do. Here's our disturbance. Here's the I will say this is where the old water course was. The new water course is a little bit closer to the hillside here, but somehow we need to retain this grade. And if we could just go one more page, I think we can see a picture. Oop, nope. 2 more pages? No, I apologize. I have a picture here.
Do you have a profile of what these little lines are?
I do not, because I don't know what they are just yet.
Okay.
So here's the water course. This is looking
What a pretty little brook.
from, it is beautiful.
Yeah.
It is looking from here in this direction, and right up in here is our pool fence and the post dangling above the open air.
So this is probably for me, right at this nanosecond, the most useful picture.
Sure.
So what are you,
So you're looking to put a retaining wall right up against,
I'm looking to put 3 retaining walls 6 foot high. One here, one in the middle, one up here. It's about 15 foot of grade change from the top point here to the water elevation.
and these retaining structures are going to be engineered stone, or what are they gonna be?
So
What do you
again,
think?
the concern being getting material down into that site on a one-on-one slope. I'd be happy to do it out of mafia blocks. I'd be happy to do it out of, are you familiar with gabions? Wire baskets that you fill with rocks?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Right, so I'd love to use the material that's down there and put it in a wire basket. So clean up what's down there, collect it, put it in a wire basket, use that to retain the grade.
Would
so
you
one
be
tree
going
he was
into the
speaking
brook
about?
at all, the existing brook?
Yes,
You would be.
That was
So-
in the one picture he was referring to.
I don't
the
have
tree that
a
was going
good-
against the
Yeah.
across the brook.
so the homeowners, in an effort to continue to not allow this to happen again,
Right.
on their own accord, hired a company to remove this log. This log is no longer there.
Okay.
It was, I had to help Laura up over top of it. It was a probably 4 foot diameter log. That we believe is what caused that backup of the water,
Okay.
that then caused that washout. It is not in this picture. If it were still in here, it would be just downstream.
Well, okay. I'm kind of with you. I'm not excited about having them go and collect dirt out of the existing stream. I'm not excited about that.
Since we're talking about that, could I offer some more information
Yeah,
on that?
yep.
So Laura and I did go down and look at that. It was very clear where the stream used to be by the dark rocks covered in moss.
Okay.
Again, it's a beautiful stream.
It's beautiful. I can see, it's terrific.
All of everything that was deposited is shale and very light colored rock that definitely has not been aging for the past however many number of years. It wouldn't be that we would be taking the old dark rock that's beautiful, that makes this such a nice stream, but we would be removing all of that deposited material that is clear which was deposited and which was already
Deposited
there.
by that big rainstorm.
Yes.
Okay,
And-
so you have a, what
The
you really
pictures
wanna,
don't do this justice, let me just explain. I was out there, you literally need a rope to get down to the bottom of the pit.
Yes.
Yeah, I can, this picture
very good,
is enlightening.
right?
How would you get down there to move the rock from over here back up to here? How are you gonna do that?
So most of it would be done by hand. If we're going to do this wire basket wall, this gabion wall,
Okay,
I can carry the baskets down by hand. They come deconstructed, flat packed. They weigh about 60 pounds apiece. They are 2 foot by 2 foot by 6 foot.
yeah.
And we would be looking to do them 3 courses high, then step back.
Now, how do you know 3 is the right number and not 2 or not 4?
So the websites do have, the manufacturer does give excellent information on retaining what the depth of it should be compared to the height of it. So all of that is already pre-engineered by the manufacturer.
BME knows it's the 1-to-1 grade,
Yes.
so you put the grade in and
Okay, it would be a shame, right, if somehow that calculation turned out to be inadequate for this, and these now tumble back in the
Yeah,
stream.
but that's not, I mean, that's not for us.
Oh, it is, that if it's engineered and there's an engineering drawing on it, then I know it's not going to be.
Oh, I see
Because
what
the
you're
engineer
saying.
tells me
Right,
that it's
right, I see
good.
what you're saying,
As,
okay.
and I'm not trying to, again,
Sure.
we want this to work for your client here. So I'm not excited about, just going to a website and using their calculations and then you get to 3 without an engineer's drawing. At this moment, I'm not excited about that. I may change my mind, but I'm just telling you, I'm not excited about that. Because that's what nobody wants that. Nobody wants this to not work.
Super. So this is just one option to consider. The other option is we carry down sacks of Portland cement and roll rocks down the hill and make a native stone wall out of cement and native stone.
And that's fine too, but my concern would be the same thing. How do we know that's going to work? Whether it's cement or gabions, did you say?
Yes.
Sorry. Gabions or stone walls. At this moment, I'm not trying to be disrespectful, but engineers know the calculations, whether it's 3 or 4, or how high or how thick, or are you going to need, weep holes, are you going to need drainage behind the cement? They know all that stuff. Again, I don't know whether you're an engineer, you haven't told me that you are.
No, I'm definitely not an engineer.
Okay.
But the benefit of using this type of a wall system is that water passes through it, as opposed to a cemented wall that needs drainage behind it, that needs weep holes, that this.
I get that, I get that, and again, I'm not trying to be disrespectful, but for something like this, if I had an engineer say, this, by the way, is the best solution, or the other stuff is a better solution, and you need 2 or 3 or 4 or 6 or 9, engineers tell me that, and then they usually get a drawing and it's stamped, which means it's going to work. So that's what we get, that's my thinking at this moment. We might need that.
Sure.
Okay.
If I could
And
suggest
for all I know, there could be something else out there that would be a better solution for this. Again, I'm not an engineer, so I don't know.
Sure. So the other solution is mafia blocks, right? So again, 2 foot by 2 foot by 6 foot long
You got
hunks
to-
of concrete.
Okay, but I still have the same concern, whether you have solution A or solution B or solution C. At this moment, I'm thinking we might want an engineer, your client might want an engineer to help you figure out which is best, so that it does work for them.
Okay.
So I'm thinking about that.
Okay, so the fourth solution is just put dirt back in there. There was dirt there before. Let's just put dirt back in there and keep our fingers crossed that it doesn't wash out.
Well, that's, I doubt whether you get an engineer to sign off on option 4, but if that's what your proposal is.
So I'm here to discuss the possibilities of what the Wetland Commission could see, not what their preference is for what this is, but what the town is asking you to regulate within the regulated area.
Anything that you do 100 feet from that stream requires a permit.
Yes.
Anything, whether
Yes.
it's option A, B, or C, or D, or E, or F. So you need an application, you've given us that. the application, you know, and you're saying, I don't know which one they're gonna choose. I'm not an engineer, so I can't tell you whether it's this or that or
Do they-
concrete blocks. I can't tell you
Do
that.
they have any engineering information on
Yes,
the supplier?
yes.
Would that help out at all to have the information, the engineering information that they supply?
It depends, I'm not an
Right.
engineer,
No, I
so I
realize
don't, if he could say 4 times 6 equals 11, 4 feet tall, I
But you're
wouldn't know.
not getting your stamp.
I wouldn't know, because I'm not the engineer. But the engineer knows. So,
Depending on which option you choose to, might trigger a building permit.
it might,
Which might trigger also the need for an engineer. There's a certain height, and I apologize, I don't know it off the top of my head.
right,
For a retaining wall that they absolutely will
need
not
an
accept. They
engineer,
need
and
engineer
this looks to
plans.
be,
So,
what,
and
12 feet? This is at least 15 feet from here to there-ish, would you say?
I mean, luckily
Well,
we
you
have
know,
a
you got,
contour map,
you
right?
got it, yeah,
Look at
you
this.
got to say, we know what that is.
Yeah,
But he's proposing
It's 14 feet
three
tall.
different retaining walls, not one 14-foot retaining
You
wall.
know, I know that, but I'm just saying from the stream to the top of the washout, his best guess, which is good, right, is 14 feet.
So do I, but
And that's a big wall.
So,
I think
again,
it's gonna need to be engineered.
I'm not sure what building department requires. I just wanted to throw it out there that there is a certain height in which building department says it must be engineered.
Yeah,
sure. So we would be proposing to construct 3 structures 5 feet tall.
she's not the engineer. But you might need an engineering drawing, I guess is what we're trying to say. You might need an engineer to stamp your plan. And at this moment, that's what I'm kind of thinking. You got something that's 14 feet. This is 14 feet tall on something that's already washed out. But I haven't made a final decision. I'm just telling you, that's my thinking right now. Because I can't, if your question to me is, should I use this or concrete or fill it in or whatever, I don't know, because I'm not the engineer. I don't have the background, and I don't know if these guys do either. We don't have the background to tell you which is the best solution for this nasty problem. So you are going to have to come to us, right, to say, I think this is the best answer because of the following, and then whatever the following is might get us to require an engineering drawing either for us or maybe for the building department.
If that solution requires us to build a road down through the upland review area,
Yep.
does that have any bearing on the solution? Or are we looking for a solution that has the least amount of impact on the wetland?
Keep talking, I'm not getting your question, keep talking. To build a road requires a permit, okay?
Sorry, I say road, I don't mean driving a car on it. I
Okay.
mean, I'm talking about an access way to get down there.
Okay,
So let's just say that we hire an engineer.
Yeah.
And the engineer comes in and says, here's the best solution.
okay, Yep.
And in order to do that, we now have to build an access way to move an 8-foot wide piece of machinery to get down there.
well,
If the engineer says it and puts his stamp on it,
if it's in the upland review area, that's probably not gonna be a problem at all. Okay, if you're talking about,
Laura, if
into
you don't
the-
mind, would you intervene? The one-on-one slope going down there, even though it is outside of the wetland area, but in the upland review area, would a disturbance on that one-on-one slope to get a large piece of machinery down there be the best solution in your opinion?
I will not give it a solution for this. All I can say is it is a highly vegetated slope.
I see that, it's a pretty
And
nasty
it
steep
is-
slope.
It is a nasty.
It's a nasty steep slope.
I don't know what the best solution is. I told you when we were out there.
Right.
I'm not an engineer. I was concerned. The only reason I brought up the building department might need it is because you might wind up back where you started. So let's say even if the Wetlands Commission decided for some reason it wasn't necessary, your plan might be moot at your next step because you're gonna need an engineering, stamp on it. So that's the reason why.
Well, that's
I brought
something
that
you
up.
can explore, you
I
know.
would
you
call them tomorrow, in all honesty, and ask
Okay.
them
Yeah.
what would require, because I don't know if the Gabions do or if they don't for
I see.
versus mafia blocks.
Okay.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, just to see what they
Yeah, check with them, see what they
Suggest.
suggest.
because they would be more in the realm of retaining walls than I would be.
Okay,
With the exception, I only care about their location. They care about whether or not they're holding.
Right, right. Because again, probably from, I said, I don't know what the best solution is, because that was your question. I don't know.
This will
Could
be
we-
tricky to get equipment to.
I can see
There's
that, which is
nothing
another
that's an
reason that I'm
easy
not
solution
excited,
here.
I'm not excited about a piece of equipment trawling through this stream, recovering the dirt that's there. I'm not excited about that.
super, because I can't get one there.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, unfortunately, Mother Nature did what Mother Nature did.
Sure.
And trying to, the stories of people trying to reconfigure rivers back to the originals, not many success stories there. Mother Nature does what she does. And, I mean, part of the reason the Still River is kind of messed up, is they tried to reroute it when they did 7.
So
So-
for this particular homeowner, they have a dangling pool fence
Yeah,
with the possibility of more erosion.
I know.
That the hillside is still bleeding water,
I know.
Did you find where the water was coming from?
just literally just out of the
Just
ground.
groundwater?
Just groundwater
Yeah.
bleeding. When you have that sheer cliff like that, it just bleeding out. Very soupy
Well, the
conditions.
Ground was fairly saturated before that storm,
Yeah,
which was part of the problem.
it's an awful problem.
It's a terrible problem, honestly. I was surprised. The pictures really don't do it magnitude.
Oh.
He could be standing up with his hand up to give you an idea of the height of this.
It's 14 feet, we know that.
it's-
Yeah, he did the calculation.
Sorry,
It's
so
14 feet from here,
so those are
438 to 440, 434 to 448.
so I could stand in here, and standing here, this was a 6 or 7 foot change in grade.
Okay,
Is what Laura was suggesting, that
Right.
while she was standing at the bottom. The contour map is what, from the town, is what had told me what that height
Okay.
change was.
All right.
That is not from a surveyor.
but it's close.
Yes, it's close.
Close
yes.
enough for what we're trying to talk about, right? I mean, you're gonna be able to, if from a wetlands perspective, they're gonna be able to fix this. I mean, we're gonna give them the approval to put something in here.
Super.
You're gonna get that. I think what we're missing is, what is the best solution for that?
So I was hoping to get some input from the commission on, is it best to get an engineer who says to build a road and put an 8-foot wide piece of machinery down there? Or do we want to use some of the material that's down in there that was already disturbed? Or is there some solution that is more preferred by the commission? Or are we just going to do what a engineer puts a stamp on?
I am not, if you asked a couple little questions. I think your one question was, you wanted to go downstream and pull the rocks out by hand and put them someplace
In a basket.
in a basket. That's your one question. I'm not excited by that. I'm just not excited by that. I mean, Mother Nature put it there. I'm not excited by that. So right now, I think this needs to be something new. That's what I'm thinking right now.
What is the best way for me to share information on what the current conditions are? If I had a photo, I have photos, I have drone footage.
Do you have a picture of here looking this way to your pile of rocks?
I do. I apologize. It's only on my phone.
Let's see it.
I was advised against ever handing my phone to somebody because I never know what's on here. If I could just, I could just find this and put a stop on each side somehow.
Hey, you're with friends, don't worry. It's not on video. You're lucky. It's not on video tonight. Or is it?
Well,
It
the
is.
picture won't be.
The picture won't be.
It's nice and dark in that corner anyway. So somebody needs to move.
I don't even know who to ask this question of, really. I mean, I've never been asked this question before.
This is a very, very tricky site. I understand your concerns about whether or not an engineering is necessary, because it is a very steep slope and there is concerns.
So this is standing in the water here,
Yeah.
looking downstream at the disturbance.
Oh, so you're talking about, these are the rocks.
These are the rocks. So if I zoom in on these, some of this in here is just shale, very sharp and jagged. All of it is light in color. And I apologize, I'm upside
That's
down
okay.
here. I
That's
just
all
want to
right.
see which
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
side. So this is the house side coming up.
Yep.
And this is the stream and the wetland side.
Yep.
And the lighting in here is a little dark, but if we get down in there, we can see those darker colored rocks that
Yep.
were clearly not moved, undisturbed, original native stones. If I
So
may
how,
just
that
see,
is what, about a foot deep or so? 2 feet deep?
there's about 40 yards of material down there that was deposited.
Yeah, it looks a couple feet deep with material.
Yeah. It's
In
just
my
kind of going from here to
Yeah,
maybe
well, that's what I
there.
was looking at.
If I
Yeah.
could, in my construction sequence here, I do have some notes that talks about the exact dimensions.
So why do you want the rocks? Is it just a cost? Is it a cost thing?
So they're already
You can
where
use
I,
them in
they're
here.
already where I need them. Anything else, so I have to figure out a way to get it there, and it's gonna cause a disturbance. Here, I have the opportunity to better what's there, getting rid of this disturbance. How did that happen? Getting rid of this disturbance to return it to what it was. This, oh, that's probably this picture that I printed out there. This is, oh, so this is the log that used to be there that we
Yep.
see in the 2019
Yep.
photo. That's what we believe caused the washout
Yep.
upstream of that.
The water just backed up on the log.
Yeah, so this is almost showing a profile with the pool area up on the top there. Again, another profile showing the sheer straight down of it. But you had asked specifically for, oh, so here's a little, oh, that's a video, but that's not what we want to see. This isn't terrible. So this shows the stream here.
Okay.
Let's just see if it goes back. Up against the hillside where it was not previously. So I think this is going to end up looking upstream. Nope, that's still just that. Let's see if we can play that again.
Try the bottom.
So that's, getting to look downstream.
So that's looking downstream, and that's a tree that's out, and
yes.
here's the washout right there.
Yes.
And then there's the stream upstream, which is not disturbed.
Maybe I
There's
can.
some rocks there, look like they came from someplace else.
So they do.
Yeah.
I will suggest that. So the homeowners are in their mid-80s.
Okay.
They made their way down here, and
I bet they did.
so the first time I met them, they said, just make sure you wear boots, and went down there. The second time I went down, we did tie a rope to the tree to help
Yeah.
getting in and out, but they did move some of those themselves. If you don't mind, I do have the drone images. So I don't know how many. So this may be that picture that's in our.
Okay.
Here, the log used to be right across this
Yep.
area here.
Yep.
The stream used to be out here, and if we look on our first photo here, where the end of the log was, there was 8 to 10 feet of dry land before the stream. When that washout came through, it washed out right up to the very end of that log, removing all of this material as well as all of this, depositing it in that area. If you don't mind, let me. Oh, so here's a good picture of that deposited area down there.
So how are you gonna get guys down there with shovels and wheelbarrows?
Shovels and wheelbarrows, yep.
How are you gonna do that?
So that's not, I mean,
That's his
so,
problem.
yeah, right.
It's his problem.
Again, Laura got down
Not
there.
our
It's,
problem.
we'll get down there,
All right.
but I don't know. This doesn't show that much. There is a video on here. This is a drone picture of the deposited material. Again, it would be worth looking. It'd be worth visiting and looking.
I was gonna say, it might be worth a site visit.
Well, I will try and, I said, I will try and get here. I mean, I think these pictures and this one have brought this to life to me. These others, I was not getting it. But I am getting it with these and with, with this.
So we're looking for some guidance. We know it has to get fixed. I would propose to use some of the material from down there. I understand your concern with not knowing if this is going to be strong enough. I'd like to talk with, is it zoning or building? Building, to see what the height restrictions are for a
Right.
stone wall.
Right.
I don't think there's going to be an issue with the 3 walls at 5 feet high. I don't think they're going to take issue with that, but I'll check with them.
Well, check with them and I'll try and get out there, although again, I don't think that's quite as useful. I said, I'm getting it now. I
Now that
think
you're
I'm
understanding,
gonna
I
think
know,
about,
It's tricky.
I'm gonna think about the impact, long-term impact on this stream of having guys down there with wheelbarrows and shovels and, because you're gonna have to build these things in place, right? You're gonna have to.
Yes.
You're gonna have to get down here and dig this out,
Absolutely.
right?
Yes.
Okay.
No doubt, we have, this soil that's at the edge of the stream
Yeah.
is soup. And continues to slosh down off of that hillside.
I'm not surprised.
We're not gonna vote on this tonight anyway.
No, we're not.
But, yeah,
I think-
Cause I gotta get going.
Okay.
I get up at 5 o'clock in the morning. so.
Okay, well, let's finish this and then
All
I
right,
think we're gonna
all
probably
right.
call it an evening,
Oh,
the
yeah,
others, because
this
the other guys are
too
not
much.
here. So let's do that. We're going to, you do your piece of homework.
Thank you.
Okay, check with the building department and
Yes.
see if you're going to need something that's engineered or not.
Mm-hmm.
And I can't speak for Bob or Tom here. We're gonna think about if it's okay to haul rocks out of the stream and have you do your construction here, and you're gonna have to dig this back, and I don't know if you're, whatever we're gonna do in the stream, so we're gonna think about it,
Okay.
okay?
We couldn't vote on it tonight anyway.
No, you can't. A little more direction would help me.
I can't, I'm sorry, I'm trying to convey to you, I can't tell you right now, this is a nasty problem. I can't tell you whether I'm excited about having you guys come and dig these stones out. If you're asking for direction, I'm gonna give you the direction after I've had a chance to think about it. Okay, I can't in half an hour here come up with the right answer. Plus, I don't know, I am a little worried about the fact that this may or may not need to be engineered. So you're gonna figure that out, okay? So if you want some direction, right now, I'm telling you, I just need to think about it.
Sure.
Okay, because I've never had this before. The more I think about it, it's probably going to be okay if we can find a way to make sure this stream bed is protected and this is the right answer, but I'm not there to tell you that right now. And I'm not an engineer to help you with stones, cement, retaining walls, just filling it in. I'm not an engineer, so I'm sorry if you were looking for that direction, I cannot give you that.
Sure.
That's not my role here.
So I saw on the agenda tonight, we were gonna talk about the, how we deal with this storm damage, right? I think that was the last item on the agenda.
Yeah, we're not gonna get to that tonight,
Oh,
because it's late. So, and one of our members has to go, so we're not gonna get to that.
okay.
But if you have some questions, you can just give those guys a call. You can call Laura.
Okay.
You got something quick? You got something quick for us?
No, again, no, I don't.
Okay.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
All right, thank you. And tell your clients, I'm sorry this happened to them. All right. Okay. Is there anyone here for 7 Lakeview, 27 Huckleberry? We did 2 Cross A, all right. since there's no one here for those two, we're gonna just push those to the next meeting, cause it's late. We're going to hold off on we can hold off on the minutes, we don't have to do that. The informal discussion, you guys talked, we talked on the phone. Do you need anything else from us on that?
So for that, no, my whole practice has been is it's emergency safety issue, fix it if it's gonna be an issue, like that you're gonna have to build some kind of structure or some long-term solution to do it. We'll come in
Okay.
with applications, case by
Fine,
case
fine, fine,
basis.
fine,
But
Fine,
if
fine,
it's like emergency health and safety, like I can now get out my driveway, those are the fixes, the patches that went up around town.
Okay. All right, then I will entertain a motion to adjourn.
Okay.
All right, I made the motion, Bob seconds that, all in favor?
Aye.
We are adjourned.
Okay.
All right, thanks, Bob.
Yeah, I get up.
Yeah, no, I get it,
Sorry.
I gotta be up myself tomorrow, so.
You want me to call you? You want me to? I'll call you when I get
Don't
up.
call me at 5.
Right,
Call me at
I
6.
had a realtor once say, call me first thing in the morning.